Good morning, Justina. Good morning, User07. Good morning, Zoinks. Good morning. Good morning, Ruby. Good morning, Southern Girl. How you doing, Zoinks? It's Tarot Morning Wisdom, Southern Girl. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom, and my name is Open Phones. It's 7 in the morning here in the world's most glamorous place. The world's most glamorous place. Hollywood, California, that's right. Whoa! Zoinks! Zoinks has a date tomorrow. I do not have a date tomorrow, Zoinks. Mentally slow AF! Oh my goodness gracious. I'm sluggish like a wet sponge this morning. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get started gently, friends. We're gonna get started gently. And we know how we start these sessions off. We start these sessions off with a card to set the tone on this Wednesday, July 8th, 2026. Oh my gosh. Zoinks! So much going on, Zoinks. Zoinks, you've got a date tomorrow. You're crocheting your own dress made from your You made your grandmother a bathing suit. Omne's here. Good morning, Omne. Good morning, Shelly Hill. Let's get this party started. Good morning. How are you, Omne? I hope you're well. Good morning, Zubadai. Good morning, Fei. Good morning, Joe. You made 2 homemade quiches, Southern Girl. Congratulations. What will the cards tell us as I shake sleep from my brain and body? I was asleep 20 minutes ago. Now I'm here. And the cards say, clarity, phones, clarity. Good morning, Unique K. Clarity, accuracy, phones, measurement, phones. Can you measure? Can you focus on the ball? Yes. Yes. We will focus on clarity, accuracy, truth above all things, and the knowledge that we possess all the tools that we need to call it the way that we see it. The Justice Goddess has spoken. Now, let's see who has a question for these cards. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones, and I throw cards at your questions for free. Okay? What does that mean? Well, it means you ask questions in the little chat, and I read them out loud, and then I attempt to answer them with my esoteric deck of 78 cards. That's right. That's right. Good morning, Dad. How you doing, Queen? Let's see here. All right, looking into the chat for the earliest of earlies. And honestly, Zakaya, that was you. I want to know, will he make his move tomorrow? We've been talking for 3 months. Okay, look, Zakaya is, just so everybody knows, Zakaya in the chat, say hi to Zakaya. Hi, Zakaya! Is going on a date tomorrow. Round of applause for Zakaya. Very, very good. Very, very good. Going on a date tomorrow. And wants to know if this person will make his move tomorrow. Let's find out what the cards have to say about this, shall we? Okay, Zakaya. Zakaya and their date. Oh, the answer is yes. Will he make his move? Well, does a Knight of Wands, a Knight of Fiery Passion, does a Knight of Fiery Passion make their move? This is literally the move itself, Zakaya. Brace yourself. You're going to be moved upon. Greet it with joy. Greet it with joy. Southern Girl, you were second person here. Good morning, Southern Girl. How are you? Everybody say hi to Southern Girl. Good morning, Southern Girl. Will Jane ever be in contact with me soon? I don't know. Let's find out what the cards have to tell you as it pertains to you and Jane. You and Jane, Southern Girl. That's a whole thing, isn't it? Let's find out. How are we all doing on this Wednesday, July 8th, 2026? I know, right? Jane, will she ever be in contact with Southern Girl? Southern Girl, we don't pull our punches. We don't pull our punches here at Tarot Morning Wisdom. When the cards speak to difficult things, we speak back, Southern Girl. And what I have in my hand is, of course, a Tower card, yes. Oh, no! But one must remember that a Tower card arrives for a variety of reasons, one of which is to say, you cannot turn away from the truth of this situation. You need to face it. You need to live through it. You need to transcend it, ultimately. The Tower card is the marvelous catastrophe, according to Jodorowsky. Don't forget that. So it's a gift, not a punishment. And it is there to reveal something stronger and truer within yourself. I offer it to you. As you pine for Jane, it's Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones, and I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. Helena, will me and Danny's connection be even stronger when I get back? Oh, let's see, Helena. Good morning, Helena. Say hello to Helena, everybody. Hi, Helena. Will me and Danny's connection be even stronger when I get back? Well, congratulations on having such a strong connection to Danny in the first place, sweet Helena. Helena and Danny. Helena, my cards want you to do something in the realm of you and Danny, and that is seek simplicity, all right? Strength exists inside of simplicity. This is a very strong number 2 if you want it to be. It's about building of ideas. It's about achieving of primary balance. It's about knowing that you have the endurance to survive this and that. I say yes. I say it will be. Oh! And on the bottom of the deck, the Empress, my favorite card in the whole bleeping deck. My favorite card in the whole bleeping deck. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones, and this is where you get your questions answered by my cards for free. Good morning, BB. Good morning, Tsitsi. Good morning, God's blessings. Good morning, CN. Good morning, Silk. Silk. Good morning, Carmi. Let's see. Okay, let's do a practical one. Carmi, get over here, Carmi. Everybody say good morning to Carmi. Are you a nurse? Is that what that RN stands for, Carmi? Should I stay with my exam date the first week of August, or should I move it to the second week of August for me to pass? Okay. How are we going to determine that, Carmi? Carmi, how are we going to figure out which date is the right date? Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw 2 cards on this, Carmi. I'm going to throw card number 1 is the first week, card number 2 is the second week, and whichever one we like more, that's the one we're going to pick. Okay? Okay, Carmi? Carmi, incoming. You're already a nurse in the Philippines trying to take an exam for something else abroad. Great. So card number 1 is the first week. Card number 2 is the second week. Let's see what they say. See, first week. Well, Carmi, it's the king of accuracy. The King of Swords does not bleep up tests. The King of Swords passes tests. Week 2? Oh. The magician transcends all. The magician becomes the initiate. I say week 2. Good morning, A-Love. How are you? Good morning. All right, Silk, get over here, Silk. How you doing, Silk? Good morning. My name is Open Phones. This is Tarot Morning Wisdom. I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. Silk asks, is James thinking of me? Is he crushing on me? Ooh, Silk. What's the evidence? What's the evidence, Silk? Are you crushing on James? Let's ask that question. Silk and James. Let's see what Silk and James draws forward from this deck. Silk and James. James. Sweet James. Oh. That's a Queen of Love, Silk. So I'll let you do the math, but enjoy? Question mark? I hope that's good news. Watch out for an excess of disorganized passion. But dang, That seems like a good outcome, Silk. This is Tarot Morning Wisdom. I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. Good morning, Poppy. Good morning, Frenchie. Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Nonya. Good morning, Rolanda. Oof. Rolanda asks, does Joe physically prefer the women at his job over me? Rolanda? Get over here, Rolanda. What are you doing? Everybody say hello to Rolanda. Hi, Rolanda. What's going on here? You're worried if Joe is giving everybody at work the eye? Rolanda, I don't like to hear that. Look, let's see what the cards have to say. It seems like you, regardless, are in need of some kind of fourth dimensional pep talk here, because you're sitting here going, man, does my person think I'm not as pretty as the bleepers that he works with? Ugh. Let's find out. Good morning, Mona. Good morning, Mona. Let's find out. Joe. Oh my God. Oh my God, Rolanda. Here we go. Rolanda's worried that Joe is more attracted to the bleepers that he works with than her. Cards say, huh. Well, this is a confusing answer to that. It's like at first blush anyway. What do we have here? We've got the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant is sort of the bridge between basics and a more profound sense of love for oneself. Sometimes it's there to be an archetype of an authority figure, like the idea that you need to seek wisdom bringers and givers. Sometimes it's the idea of being the authority figure and leading the way out of something. This is like, but I mean, for a question that sprung from your insecurity, I'm kind of like reaching for where it wants to hit. You know what I mean? What's on the bottom of the deck? Well, I mean, like, basically, on the bottom of the deck, we see the Seven of Cups, and we see the idea of being emotionally paralyzed because of an overage of options. We see the confused heart that is uncertain of what to do. Both of these cards solve themselves with self-love, or love in general. But I'm curious where this is hitting for you. Do you need to be the Hierophant here, or do you need to seek it? I wonder. Look, not every one of these little one-card drops is going to just solve everything instantly. Sometimes, you need more than one card to get into whatever the thing is. But one way or another, Rolanda, you gotta do a little bit of work around staring into the mirror and understanding yourself to be the world's most attractive version, and that and try to do what you can to put the insecurity out, because Jesus Christ, you can't go around worrying that Joe's out there bleeping basically on the verge of cheating. That doesn't work. Go for directness and honesty is my old man's opinion. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom, friends. I'm here to throw cards at your questions for free, not to offer old man opinions. Emily. Wait. Why would you censor Rolanda? He keeps bringing up their looks, and so... Well, look, also, if Joe is doing things like saying, I think they're hot at work, bleep him! Good morning, Mystery. I mean, bleep him. What are you supposed to do with that information, Rolanda? What are you supposed to do with that information? Oh, gee, maybe I'll dress up more like the bleeps that you work with. All right. Frenchie, get in here, Frenchie. How you doing, Frenchie? Will you see Carlos this week? I don't know. Are you going to walk over to their house? Knock on the door? Maybe you'll have a good chance of seeing Carlos this week, but let's just see what the cards have to say. Frenchie wants to know if they're going to see Carlos. I'm encouraging them to. Good morning, Stephanie. Well, look, exactly, Frenchie. Frenchie, you need to approach Carlos and present your most authentic version to them, all right? How can you embody this beautiful star card? How can you be generous inside of that invulnerability that comes from the deepest access of spirit? Do not hide, Frenchie. You don't have any reason to. And there is the potential of love here. The potential of love! It's Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones, and I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. I've been up for about 30 minutes tops. It's 7:15 in the morning here in the world's most glamorous place. Nunya wants to know if them and S are going to end up together. Emily wants to know if love is coming her way soon. Let's do Emily first. Emily, are you ready to find out whether love is coming your way soon? Get ready, because that's the purpose here. Is Emily going to be visited by Cupid's arrows anytime soon? Emily, this feels like a yes. It feels like that's you sitting on the ground staring at your 3 cups, wondering where that stabilizing 4th cup is, was, or could be. And it looks like a hand of divinity is coming to hand you that 4th cup. You got to stay intuitionally open, Emily. You got to keep that heart open too, and do not be too protective here. Let the world hand you the 4th cup, okay, Queen? Let the world hand you the 4th cup. Let the universe do it. Don't push too hard. Nunya, will you and S end up together? Will Nunya and S end up together? I don't know. Let's find out what the cards have to say about you and S generally. What can you do to enhance the present moment, which is the only moment that you occupy, Nunya, as it pertains to you and S? Oh! Well, okay, yes. I cannot answer any question with the Empress in anything other than a positive way. Yes, you and S will end up together if you can embrace the generative intensity and beauty and joy of the Empress card at number 3. Bon chance! Sian, you've been so patient. Get over here, Sian. Will Liam and I ever get back together after everything that's happened? What all's happened there, Sian? You guys, been through the mill? Do you want to get back together with somebody that you've seen the best and the worst of, Sian? You do? Sian, would you consider yourself to be broken-hearted in the wake of a relationship? I'll get to you, Tsitsi. Let's see, Sian. Hell yeah. All right. Will Liam and you ever get back together? Now, Sian, I always go on a little mini rant about how people tend to be looking in the rear view mirror relationally, especially in tarot world on this side. Is blah blah ever coming back? Is blah blah ever coming back? You know, it's like, so, I encourage you to stay in the present moment and to look through the windshield of your car, not in the rearview mirror. But all of that said, well, look, yeah, there it is. Sian, the cards want you in this moment to return to your very, very basic core priestess mode. The mode of purity, the mode of virginity, if you will. I mean, like, that's, don't put too much energy in that necessarily. It's about being pure the way the Virgin Mary is pure, okay? It's about channeling, just like opening yourself up to the most fundamental forms of divine wisdom and bringing them in and creating inside of yourself stability and peace and discernment that will eventually lead to those crazy Empress energies again. But right now, my cards want you to sit back and study your book. I hope that is of use. I pray that that's of use. Tsitsi, get over here. Everybody say hi to Tsitsi. What is Alec thinking about our relationship? See, now that's what I'm talking about. There is a question set in the present moment. What is Alec thinking about our relationship right bleeping now? Right, Tsitsi? Right bleeping now. Now, cards, I need you to do a little mind reading. We need to seek out somebody named Alec and try to figure out what the bleep they're thinking about Tsitsi and their relationship, all right? Are we ready to try to do that trick? Let's see what we can do. Ready, set, go! Ooh. Tsitsi, don't be alarmed by the death card necessarily, but at the same time, given your question, don't take it too lightly either. Look, what this is the card. Like, if I could change the name of this card, scritch, 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 I would change it to the word change. Change. It's when one thing ends and another thing bursts forward into life. And if Alec is thinking this about your relationship, all that it means is, potentially anyway, that he thinks it's time to change it, or change himself inside of it, or perhaps he wishes that you would change. But basically, all I can tell you is that something is shifting inside of that thing. And that, thank you, Shia. Oh, I appreciate that. Something's shifting. You're in flux, Queen. Please come back and let us know how it goes and what occurs. Mystery has an open next to their name because they went to the trouble of clicking the fan club button on the top of the screen there, which I endlessly appreciate. It means that you've taken a step towards me, which means I'm going to be taking 10 steps towards you. I have such an easier time seeing the question when there's an open next to your name. Mystery and I go way back. We have done a private read together. We have sat there on the Zoom face to face, going 13 cards deep, plumbing the depths of both of our psyches in search of truth, in search of wisdom. What a pleasure that was. And now I get to answer a question right now with Mystery. Mystery says, I'm currently blocking my joy by obsessing about the future. Could I have a card? Jesus Christ. Can anybody here identify with Mystery right now and that statement? I'm currently blocking my joy by obsessing about the future. I mean, if that isn't the human condition. Guess where joy lives, by the way? I know this. Guess where joy lives? It lives in the present moment. That's right. Does it live in the future? We don't know. We're not there yet. Maybe. Does it live in the past? Oh, it lives in the past. You can remember past joys all the livelong day. Oh, so bittersweet. But the experience of actual joy happens in the present, not the future. So, Mystery, who is currently blocking their joy by obsessing about the future, asks for a card, and the card is... well, ground yourself. Ground yourself in the material universe. Ground yourself in health, for instance. Ground yourself in your surroundings. Ground yourself in a connection to nature. Oh, this is like a big card for earthing. If you're the kind of person that likes to go out onto a meadow and flop down on your back and stare upward and just be like, oh, there it is. Ah, there it is. Well, this is a card for you. Basically, I read this card, Mystery, as a giant invitation to reconnect and to reconnect to this, reconnect to the grounded sense of this. Pull your swords away from everything else, and see how that treats you. Good morning, Danny Darko. How are you? Good morning, Tina. Let's see here. Reiki. Oh, I'm sorry. Ikra. Does Ben love me? Ikra, I don't know. Does Ben love me, and am I in his mind this morning? Everybody say hello to Ikra. Good morning, Ikra. Oh my goodness. Does Ben love me, and am I in his mind this morning? Does Ben love me? Am I in his mind this morning? I don't know, Ikra. Let's find out what the cards have to say. Ikra, do you love Ben? Ben's clearly on your mind this morning. Did you text him? You say, hey, Ben, what are you thinking about this morning? All right, Ikra. Okay, look, you got the King of Swords. Ikra, does Ben love me, and am I in his mind this morning? You got the King of the Mind here, the King of Sharpness in the realm of the mind, King of Accuracy in the realm of the mind. This card doesn't answer that question, does Ben love me? Ikra, I think this is a card for you. I think you need to be the one holding this sword of truth in your hand, and you need to start moving towards the throne of truth that is occupied by this King of Swords. Like, you need to reach for accuracy right now, Ikra. You need to cool off all of the energy inside of the passion and inside of the heart, and see what this king has to tell you in this moment. That's what this feels like. It's a recommendation, not a prediction. Marianne. All right, look, we got a tarot emergency here. Ashley Owen, how you doing, Queen? Tarot emergency here. Marianne, should I get a divorce from Jose? Oh my God. Basically, a tarot emergency is whatever anybody asks me, a complete stranger on the internet, to solve an incredibly complex and difficult problem using a one-card drop on the world's most family-friendly, benevolent app, TikTok. Here we go, Marianne. Everybody say hi to Marianne. I'm so sorry, Marianne, that you are here. The answer, Rocky, was that you need to clear your mind. There is no answer to the cards skipped past your little predictive question and asked, what can you do, Rocky, to A, be in a king's control, and B, see clearly, see over the ledge of the heart and the passion. I hope that is of use to you. Wait, where did you go? Sorry, can you tell I'm a little sleepy this morning? Should I get a divorce from Jose? Asked Maryland. Okay, here it goes. Ready, Marianne? We're going to find out whether you're going to get a divorce today. That's right. Yep. Those are the calls we're making on Tarot Morning Wisdom. That's right, it's Tarot Morning Wisdom, friends. My name is Open Phones, and I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. Marianne asks, should I get a divorce from Jose? The cards say, yeah, well, look, Marianne, normally, I don't know if I would default to this being a divorce card, but what do we see here, Marianne? We see something being divided up between two people, and we see an arbiter of justice, essentially, doing the dividing and making sure that everybody gets what they equally deserve, so that they can part ways in balance. Let us know how it goes, Marianne, if you are even still here. But yes, Shay. Of course. Are you kidding, Shay? You got an open next to your name. Hold on a second. Now you asked for it. I've got to really wonder why the app censors certain things. It's driving me nuts. Shay. Okay. Well, first of all, we'll do Danny. Oh, Danny. Everybody say hi to Danny Darko. And if you like high-quality TikTok content, please go follow Danny Darko. If you don't like high-quality TikTok content, don't follow Danny Darko. You'll just be disappointed. Danny asks, is Elle still using illicit substances? Oh, honey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that it seems like you're worried about somebody that you care about who might be using illicit substances. And in this day and age, boy, I was talking to my child, who's no longer a child, but now a grown-up, insanely, young grown-up, about, like, all the illicit substances that exist inside of their world. It's like, there's just, like, I mean, most of the people I grew up with would have been dead 15 times over with all of the stuff on the menu today. I don't know how these children do it. Is Elle still using illicit substances? Well, I mean, look, this is a card of health, Danny. This is a card of health. This is the king of health. This is the king of nature. This is the king of grounded control of the material sphere, which encompasses the human body. The world is dangerous. That is so accurate. And look, on the bottom is this is not a card that screams there's trouble there, but also it could also be something aimed directly at you. If you want it to be an action card for you, you could go portray that king for that person. But you didn't ask that. You said, is this person using, essentially, and the cards seem to say, nah, or, I don't know. Shay, you asked, please, a card for me, and Shay, the answer is yes. Shay, how are you doing? Everybody say good morning to Shay. Good morning, Shay! L is 14, so I worry. Interesting. Oh, Christ. Oh, Danny Darko. Yeah, well, that changes the whole bleeping metric. That gets sort of what I was saying earlier from, when I was talking to my kid. It's terrifying to think of these children floating around inside of the menu of options that exists in 2026. All right. Shay, are you ready for your card? It's your Tarot Morning Wisdom card for this July. What is it? 8th? 8th, 2026. Ooh, Shay. Good morning, Fat Ringo. Shay, the Emperor has come to speak to you about what it means to have the stability within to manifest that which you desire. The Emperor is in charge of creating the safe space that one fills with your creation and makes the creation real. The Emperor is a peaceful Emperor. There's no sword in the Emperor's hand. There's only the scepter of power. The Emperor is there to capture all of the transcendent energy of the Empress and condense it into something that we can see, feel, touch, taste, and smell. What are you going to do with that information as you stare at a 10 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck? Good luck. Let me know. Omne, are you still here? Omne, they censored your bleeping comment for some reason on this silly chat. But I would like to give you a card to wipe the sleeps out of your eyes, Queen. Let me know, Omne. Let me know, Omne. Bella, does LJ still have feelings for me? Does LJ still have feelings for me? Bella, I hope that this card brings you total clarity. Good morning, Pella Roja. Good morning, Annie. Oh, thank you, Pella Roja. Good morning, Noma. Let's see here. Does LJ still have feelings for Bella? Come on, cards. I want something constructive. Give me something constructive, cards. Ready, Bella? Oh, it's the Angel of Temperance, Bella. Well, like, is this the most romantic card I've ever seen in the deck? Not really. It's about regaining one's equilibrium after a massive evolution. The Death card comes and changes everything. The Death card ends one thing and begins another. All of that new energy runs into the arms of the Angel of Temperance to find equilibrium again and to find health, a new ascension in the realm of deep health. Think of it as the physical body and the spiritual body achieving perfection at the same time and balancing with each other. And then think about the concept alchemically of garbage turning to gold. All of that's in this card. Is that a message for you and you alone? Or is that a message about you and what's their butt? I can't remember their name. But at the bottom of that's the thing. Is it a yes or a no? Is it a yes or a no? I just described the archetype to you. Is that a yes or a no? On the bottom of the deck, the Hanged Man, suggesting that there is a divine challenge in front of you, that you might be suspended in a state that is less than comfortable. But the suggestion of the Hanged Man is always that it's that leap of faith is warranted and noble in its intentions. So take those informations and do with them what you will, sweet Bella. Let's see here. Fat Ringo, Gianna, boy, Fat Ringo. I just I hear you. Your username and your real name are always cognitively dissonant to me. Gianna asks, are we just not fundamentally compatible? Everybody say hi to Gianna. Good morning, Gianna. Good morning. Your cat is Fat Ringo. I'll copy that. Are we just not fundamentally... I like the kind of poetic presentation of this, Gianna. Gianna asks, are we just not fundamentally compatible? Cards say, I wouldn't say that. Cards say, I don't know. I would say that what you see here inside of a Six of Wands is the idea of spiritual / creative / procreative, soulful compatibility. It's the card of love in the Wands. All right. Yes, in Pamela Coleman Smith's iteration, it shows somebody being celebrated for their truest form of passion itself, and I like that. But the sixes are in harmony with each other. It's 3 + 3. It's like as though two Empress energies have found a place to be in perfect balance. It could be a suggestion to aim for the Wands, aim for passion, aim for creativity, maybe over heart, and definitely over the realm of the mind, which is often there to complicate the world of love. Ask the Three of Swords. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom, friends. My name is Open Phones. I'm throwing cards at your questions. Hey, good morning, Warrior Queen. It's the Warrior Queen, everybody. If you like high-quality TikTok content, you'd be well served to go follow the Warrior Queen. But if you don't like that high-quality TikTok content, don't do it. Jack A says, hello, no more challenges. I'm in charge and manifesting and accepting a card for the day. That's right. Round of applause to the Warrior Queen. No more challenges. Warrior Queen is in charge and manifesting and accepting the card for the day. I like everything about that, Jack A. I'm glad to hear that you're feeling good today. You're feeling good. We gotta feel good while we're doing the things that are difficult. Sometimes. All right, look, you hear it out of my mouth every time this happens. We don't pull punches. You know what I like about this card for you, Jack A? Because I feel like just as I would self-identify as somebody who's going through a tower in my own personal life. Of course, Faye, hold on, I don't know why that's censored. Dude. I gotta uncensor everything. Jesus Christ. I do read your comments. It's just that this dumb app needs to get the idea that I'm not bleeping. Yeah, I love this card, Jack A. I think that whatever's happening here, and I know that you're going through a series of different things. Like whenever this card drops in, it's for me anyway, an invitation to embrace it. It's like to take it to the Jodorowsky place of it being the marvelous catastrophe. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's there. You did it, Warrior Queen. It's like saying, you know what? I accept this because I recognize that I'm powerful enough. You got to remember that the major arcana is a ladder, and that this is number 16, the 16th step on the ladder. It's not number 2. It's not like the first thing that you do is emerge from this tower and then you go up the ladder. No. You build to the ability to transcend this moment, to treat this like a birth canal and be rocketed out of it into the star card. But you can't just do that. You got to earn it. And part of earning it is not shying away from it and not going like, oh no, I wish it weren't happening. The true powerful warriors walk directly up to this card and say, yeah, I'll live here all day long if I have to. I don't care. I'm going up. Good morning, Pookie. Holy smokes. Saima, get over here. Now, Saima, you and I go way back, and I know a certain amount about, just a tiny amount, about what your personal situation is around your husband. And get over here, Saima. I think you're torturing yourself. Saima asks, has my husband had sex with Donna or Lisa, or am I overthinking? He loves me a lot. Queen, get over here. You're swordsing it up, Saima. You're swordsing it up. What do I mean by that? Well, the swords are the symbol of human thought. And when you get a bunch of swords together, they're going to cut. They're going to cut. They're going to cut you. You're the only one perceiving them. Now, Saima, I know that you love your husband and that you think about your husband a lot. And that's great. But you also need to recognize that, as you are recognizing, I don't know why I'm saying you need to, when you literally acknowledge it, overthinking has its costs. Now let's just find out what the cards have to say about you. Well, first about your question, and then about you. as it pertains to your husband, who I believe his name is Daryl. Here it comes, Saima. Saima asks, has my husband had sex with Donna or Lisa, or am I overthinking it? He loves me a lot. Oh my God, Donna or Lisa. Bleep Donna and bleep Lisa. Okay, Saima. This is not a card that has to do with sex at all, particularly. This is not a card that has to do with Donna. It doesn't have to do with Lisa. No, unless he called this Sphinx Donna and this Sphinx Lisa. Thank you, A2 Rocket Girl. This has to do with stepping into power around directionality. This is, and Saima, this may seem like a tall order at this moment, but basically, if I'm handing you this card, I'm handing you an assignment from Divinity, yes, you are overthinking. Divinity, self. Okay, well, no, I'm going to back that off. Maybe you're not overthinking. I don't want to undermine your confidence either. Maybe there is something going on. What this card is saying is you need to take the steering wheel of your existence and drive. How can you take the steering wheel of your existence and drive? If you want to drive to the question of, is something going on with other ladies, drive towards it and get your answer. If you want to drive towards, I don't know, I'm not going to improvise things that you might be driving towards in your life, but I'm going to tell you that this card wants action from you and wants it to be inspired and divine in orientation. And don't get all wound up about that word divine. I'm talking about opening yourself up to to a universal message that can actually benefit you and make you feel empowered. Because you need to feel empowered, Saima. I'm sorry, Saima. Like, I've watched you. You've been dragged like somebody behind a speedboat. Hold up. So am I advising you to go to his flat? Or wait for him till he comes to me? Oh, I don't have... Wait, I'm advising you to start at a place where you hand yourself the permission to access the power to choose where you want to go. I mean, basically, like you just need to feel empowered inside of yourself first, and then do what you got to do. I mean, look, I don't know. Again, I'm staring at this question. So it seems like you're asking me if I'm asking you. Hold on, I'm reading now. He says, I'm coming, but he doesn't. He said his mom's in his head. Okay, well, let him clear his head then. Look, Queen, you need more confidence. I'm just going to be honest with you because it's confidence that is the magnet that attracts. If you're constantly... And Queen, I'm telling you this from my own dark personal experience. I mean... Like when I was when I am at a low level of confidence, then what happens? I shrink. I become small. I'm a little guy then. Is that the most attractive version of me? No. Like, I want you to be large in your imagination and like undeniable. Not like not somebody who's slinking around like trying to like slinking around as though they have to earn what they want via. I mean, like as though they don't deserve. You know, I guess that's what I'm trying to get at. Anyway, his brothers put him back on alcohol. Look, Queen, dudes will be dumb when it comes to booze. I speak from experience. You know that. Kayla, how you doing? Good morning. Cleopatra, good morning. Shelly Hill, good morning. I'm sorry that he's back on booze. That sucks. Come here, Shelly Hill. Your daily poll. Sweet Shelly. How you doing, Shelly Hill? Everybody say hi to Shelly. Good morning, Shelly. I saw Shelly's name because she has an open next to her name, which you get by clicking that fan club link up there. If you have it in you to click that fan club link, I will be so appreciative, and I can actually see your question a lot faster because there's a giant open next to it. All right, Shelly Hill. Thank you, Nix. Your daily card for this July 8th, 2026 is as follows. Uh-oh, Shelly Hill, you've got an assignment from this deck. 9 of Swords, Shelly Hill. Is there something going on, Shelly Hill? Is there something in the realm of the mind that's bleeping you up right now? Basically, you know what this is. This is the Nine of Swords in Pamela Coleman Smith's deck. It's a bleeping, it's an anxiety attack in the middle of the night that's completely bound to the godless material universe, which is, of course, just nothing but an illusion. But it's an illusion that feels very bleeping real at 3 a.m. when you're like, I don't know what to bleep to do. Shelly Hill, this is like an invitation to do some sword clearance inside of your own mind and to simplify. Either that or to step into the power of it. This is a hermetic challenge, this card. If you want to try to occupy all of those 9 swords with authority, you do it. Just be ready for it to be a difficult. Oh! And on the bottom of the deck, the moon. I offer that to you. Now, we got to do a whole bunch of opens because people have been so kind. Nix, thank you for getting an open next to me. Pella Roja, always. Let's see here. Pella Roja. I think I got to do mentally first. Skyla, get over here. Skyla, because mentally was here earliest. I think. Skylar, how are you doing? Everybody say hi to Skylar. Good morning, Skylar. What does Teddy think of me? Well, Skylar, what do you think of Teddy? Skylar and Teddy. Skylar and Teddy. Hi, Skylar. Skylar's worried. Here. Oh, I'm eating fettuccine alfredo and I love Teddy. You love Teddy? You love Teddy? Ace of Wands. How about that for a little spoiler? Okay, Skylar. Skylar loves Teddy and wants to know what Teddy thinks of him. Let's find out what the cards have to say. Well, yeah, I love fettuccine alfredo. What's not to like? Skylar, Teddy, cards say, interesting. Something about advancement, something about the seeking of wisdom. This is the second Hierophant to fall that fell into the realm of romance and left me kind of going like, I don't know what specifically that's trying to get at. The Empress is on the bottom of the deck. Suggesting lots and lots of power in play. Let me just go back and reread your question so that I can crisply... What does Teddy think of me? He thinks you're bleeping smart. See, that's what I needed to do. I need to reread the question. What does Teddy think of me? He thinks you're smart. He thinks you're wise. He thinks that you're connected to the divine. He thinks that you're capable of teaching him a few things. Or, because each and every one of these cards is hermetic, and thus dual in nature. Or, he thinks that you're like a bleeping blowhard authority figure who's always like droning on about the rules. Which one do you think it is, Skylar? Are you somebody who's wise in his eyes, or are you somebody who is overly orthodox and stodgy and is like, oh God, here she comes again. Is she going to tell me the rules one more time? If you've had, yes, there it is. It's wisdom. I'm bleeping with you, Skylar. I think it's that you're spiritually connected, Skylar. I think that knowing that you've had spiritual talks tells me everything I need to know. Fei, I didn't do your card. Are you ready for your card, Fei? Get in here, Fei. Fei and I go all the way back. We've done multiple long form reads together in the form of the private session. That's right, friends. It's not all just one card drops on TikTok. It's also one-on-one private tarot sessions, which you can book through the links. Yes, I know. And I hope to God some of you start doing that. I mean, what the hell? It's you don't know what's waiting for you on the other side of that. Like, getting one card is one thing. Getting 13 cards is a whole bleeping meal. You'll spend the rest of your week thinking about it. I promise that we can improvise and have fun and ask me a trillion questions. If you're one of those people that wants like a billion follow-up questions, you can do it. You can do it. Come on. All right, Fei, come on. Here we go. That's right. I'm begging on certain levels. Look. Do it. Don't do it. I don't care. Thank you, Fei. And Jesus Christ, they censored that too. Annoying. All right, here we go. Fei. Faye, your card of the day. 4 Pentacles falls. Remember the Emperor that we were just talking about? Now we're in the material version of it, and again, this is just the card that says something about taking today's energy and making it about shoring up the foundations, shoring up the foundations of the material world, making sure that that there is a stability and a peace available for you to, within that stability and peace, create something that you need to create. I hope that hits. On the bottom of the deck is the Tower again, Faye. And again, I refuse to pull punches. You know why? Because I got this tower I've gotten this tower in like roughly 90% of the last 1 year's worth of reads that I've done for myself. And I refuse to deny it. Like, there was instantly a part of me that didn't want to show you the card. I was like, oh, Christ. But no! Face it! It's like once it's faced, it becomes smaller and smaller. Because it's there to be lived through and transcended, it's not like a permanent residence. But I have a little bit of awareness because of our one-on-one reads about like the stuff that you're going through. And that is Tower. That's Tower. Obviously, if that's not Tower, what the bleep is? I live there. Not for long, friends. Not for long. Okay, it's Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones, and I'm throwing cards to your questions for free. I gotta look for Nick Jean because they've got an open next to their name. If you want me to get to your question sooner rather than later, click that fan club button. I recognize it costs like 0.03 cents to do that. Look, do you want me to get on my hands and knees and thank you personally for the 0.03 cents? I will. When I see you click that open, I look and I know that you've taken a step toward me. I'm taking a step toward you. Nick, are the things I'm stressing about a big deal? Or am I overthinking? Damn, that's a perfect question for these cards, Nick. Oh, Nick. Everybody say hi to Nick. Hi, Nick. Let's see. Are the things that I'm stressing about, a.k.a. swords, Nick, in the parlance of the deck, that you're talking about being swords up. Swords are human thoughts in the symbolism of the deck, and if you've got a whole pile of swords in your hands, just know that they don't have sheaths, and therefore you're probably cutting yourself to ribbons. Are the things I'm stressing about a big deal? Or am I overthinking? This is what okay, look, like, is this a question? I hope that this gets to you, the answer to your question on some level, but what you've been handed here is a very powerful Ace of Wands. Ace of what? Ace of Fire. Ace of Inspiration. Ace of creative inspiration, procreative inspiration, and spiritual inspiration. This is a card that feels much more in the vein of recommendation than it does like an answer, like, oh, you're stressing, or no, you're not stressing, or you're overthinking. No, you're not overthinking. This is the deck saying something to you about moving towards passion. Moving towards passion, Nick. Like grabbing onto the creative wand of fire, which is the inseminating force of the entire universe in the symbolism of this deck. Like basically, how can you grasp that fire and activate it as a way of hopefully clearing out some of those swords, which you so obviously are experiencing? If you're just like, am I overthinking? Guess what? If you're asking yourself if you're overthinking, you are! You had time, I mean, if like you're literally having the thought and then interviewing yourself about the thought directly afterward. So that in my mind is a bit of an overthinking. But this wants you to move towards the creative. Well, this also, okay, if it's relationship based, then this wants you to move towards passion, towards fire, towards steam. Nick, okay? Move towards steam, see what happens. Move towards the King of Pentacles. Move towards groundedness. Move towards the body. Move towards good. Well, like, go into that passion and go into that sense of, like, that positive sense of body. And you know what I'm saying. Get the bleep away from those swords. I almost swore. Hold on, wait. Rocket Girl. it drives me bonkers that it's censoring so many of these comments. Okay, A2 Rocket Girl with an open next to your name, and also one of my very favorite of the Tarot Morning Wisdom community. Can I pull a card to tell you why your life is crazy right now? Yes. I'm sorry that your life is crazy, A2 Rocket Girl. What's going on, A2 Rocket Girl? Here it comes. I'm gonna make it quick. Making it quick for A2 Rocket Girl. They gotta jump into a meeting. What's making A2 Rocket Girl's life crazy, according to these cards? No power for 5 days. Well, you just answered your own question, Queen. Does this answer your question, A2 Rocket Girl? Hey, it's the godless material universe. Yeah, it's the godless material universe. That's making your life crazy. But this is not like some shock to you, I'm sure. You're like, yeah, that about sums it up. You see this card, you just know that you're up against this bleep. This bleep. Your daughter's draining you financially. The power's been out for 5 days. Bleep. So ultimately, the message behind this card ends up being something about, okay, first of all, it's a confirmation that your experience is as you expected, and that you're basically facing up to that kind of crap. And then ultimately, you're gonna have to just set yourself as free from it as you possibly can, so that it's not eroding your sense of well-being, and so that it doesn't make you feel like you're chained to it. Yeah, stuff goes wrong. Do you want to chain yourself to that, or do you want to be able to walk away from it as required or as desired? Be the Empress on the bottom of the deck. I would say that to everybody every time. Everybody every time. I'm sorry that your daughter's draining you financially. That sucks. Oh, okay, I'm uncensoring. I wish, look, I mean, it's so rare now that we get a real jerk in the chat. Aviana, I want to do you. What do I need to hear right now? Because that's Aviana Ruiz. Get in here, Aviana. Everybody say hi to Aviana. Hi, Aviana. Hi. Let's see here. Maryam, I'm going to do your question because you apologize for being cliche. But first, Aviana, what do I need to hear right now? Aviana, what do you need to hear right now? What do you need to hear right now, Aviana? You need to hear something in the realm of the heart. You need to hear something about attaining stability in the realm of the heart. Given your question, what do I need to hear right now? You need to hear a divine message of the heart. You need to open yourself up to some loving piece of wisdom that is coming from the invisible world, let's just say, Aviana. If that's something that's accessible to you. But something around creating a peaceful space inside of your heart that allows you to manifest what you desire. Does that hit? I hope so, Aviana. Cleopatra, get over here. You've been so bleeping patient. Will he come back to me romantically or call? I know this is cliche. I'm sorry. My name is Maryam. Maryam, thank you. Maryam, don't be sorry. Look, if you spent 5 seconds up here, you know that 99% of the questions, that's not fair. 99% of the questions are about whether so-and-so is going to come back. Look, it's the rear view mirror, right, Maryam? You're staring into the rear view mirror at the flaming wreck of a relationship that is no longer on the road. Here we go. But your heart longs, right, Maryam? Your heart longs. Will he come back to me romantically or call? Maryam, my cards want you to focus on the material world, to move away from all of this heart business, all of this passion business, and just get your 4 basics in order. And remember who you are. This card kind of popped out, and I just let it this time. I'm not a tarot reader that goes, oops, I dropped a card. Oh, look, it's this. But somehow that happened this time. Remember who you are, Maryam, and then concentrate on your actual world. Don't worry so much about the abstracts right now. See if you can drag yourself away from the abstracts. You'll heal. Don't worry. Michelle, get over here. Michelle, how you doing? Thank you for getting it open next to your name. Everybody say hi to Michelle. Hi, Michelle. I don't know what question to ask, honestly. I just need to know what direction to take in life. Well, you just asked it, Queen! Alright, Michelle. Michelle wants to know what direction to take in life. Michelle, there are 78 directions on offer in this deck. Let's find out which one is going to be for you. What direction should Michelle take in life? Also, Michelle, congratulations on doing the right thing and asking a stranger on the internet to answer this question for you. Very, very sage. I'm in full support of just that. Now, Michelle, are you ready to see your card? Should we look at it together, remembering that this is the direction that you are meant to take? This is the direction that you are meant to take now. We're going to look at it together. I'm not going to look at it in advance. That always makes me feel a little bit nervous. Ready? Oh, okay. Of course. Here is your assignment according to my deck. Your assignment is to move into the realm of the heart and to face something about the moment. You may be experiencing a little bit of emotional paralysis. You may be are suffering from a lack of clarity around where you want to go because of too many things happening in the realm of the heart. When you get this card, then you are invited to remember that within, basically the solution to this card, if this card were a puzzle, is to organize the 7 into a 6+1. The 6 balanced cups of self-love. Reach for the 7th cup. Reach for the 7th cup. And there's only one to reach for. How do you organize? You stare into the mirror. We're talking about the realm of the heart right now. How do you organize? You stare, like, and I don't have, like, the runway to actually get into a long-ass conversation about this, but I'll say it starts with being able to stare into the mirror and hold your own eye contact and love yourself in that contact with self. You need to be able to unconditionally care for yourself, and then when you can experience that peace and certainty inside of your own heart for real, from that position of power, you choose what you choose from the menu in front of you to satisfy that voice, that knowledge of or that loving self. Let that loving self drive. 7s are all about driving. Where do you want to drive? Where do you want to drive? Well, you need to be able to consolidate your energy around love and then pick this. You cannot let all of this, all of these lesser emotional energies complicate your world to the point where you aren't doing anything at all. Because that don't work none. Chimera Moon, number 1, get over here. Will V reach out to me and apologize for dismissing my conversation about conflict with him? Oh, you are so welcome. We're looking for a prediction, Chimera Moon. From me, Chimera Moon, Open Phones. I don't know what any person's gonna do. I don't have a crystal ball. Maybe I should think about buying one. Will you guys still like it if I sit here with a crystal ball? Whoa, it would definitely save time if I were to just like sitting here going with the crystal ball. Sorry, I gotta do this dumb puzzle thing. And then you ask the questions, I just read and say, will V reach out to me to apologize for dismissing? I'll be like, yeah. And then we move on. And then we move on. Will V reach out to me, apologize? Yeah. I should try it sometime. I am not psychic, Chimera Moon. Neither are these cards. But we will see what the cards have to tell you about this moment where you're asking if V is going to reach out to you and apologize for being a douche. Look, I added the douche part. That's my commentary. Hi, Mia. Hi, Den. All right, here we go, Chimera Moon. Chimera Moon and V. He hasn't already spoken directly for... All right. Look, sometimes there's some healing that has to happen that isn't about being in direct contact. All right, so Chimera Moon and V. Look, the card of the Nurturer has dropped on this Chimera Moon. Is this a recommendation? Good morning, Cassia Ann. Is this a recommendation for you to ground yourself in You know what I mean? In Mother Earth energy right now, in the nurturer's energy, and simply be there to powerfully accept what's standing in front of you there in terms of what V's doing. I mean, what would Mother Earth do in this situation? Would they look for the warm hug? That's I suppose. Should I wait for an apology or bring up how I feel? Oh, there's healing on the bottom of the deck as well. This is a queen, and therefore the attitude of the queen is receptive, not active, and so I will say be receptive, not active. That's me defaulting to the cards and avoiding a condition of me just directly telling you what I would do, advice was. Let the cards answer the advice. Den, you want to know about whether you're going to pass your board exam? All right, fine, Den. You've been asked this question 1 trillion times. Good morning, Floppy Crookie. Good morning, Den. Den wants a prediction about whether they're going to pass their exam, and I'm going to say this to you, Den. If I could predict what's going to happen in the future, do you think I'd be broadcasting from some abstract, like, sky background, or would I be broadcasting from my my Cybertruck limo? Because I'd be so rich from being able to predict the future. Let's find out what the cards have to tell you about this goal that you have of passing your board exam in September. Then the cards have a challenge for you. You're gonna have to channel your creativity into the nines. You're gonna have to like be the hermit inside of this. You're gonna have to push hard in the realm of creativity. You're gonna have to put the foot on the accelerator in the realm of creativity. You'll get what you want, but don't think that it comes for free. Push, push, push. Don't worry, Fei. The idea that I would actually buy a Cybertruck limo. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta get. This is noted. I'm gonna go put more coffee in this, and I'll be right back. Be right back. Here I come. More coffee. More coffee. I'm gonna give myself some cream. Giving myself a little cream. I'm coming. Thank you for your patience. Just a little cream. If you're gonna do something, do it right? Here we go. Thank you for your patience. Good God, it's Tarot Morning Wisdom. And my name is Open Phones, and I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. Mia, will Finn come back soon, or will if I give him space? That's a good question. Mia, what's the story with you and Finn? Was it the Mia and Finn era? Was it a happy era? Ooh, I like that question, Nina. I'll answer it. Here, hold on. Let me do Mia first. Mia, Nina, Mecca. Good morning, Mecca. You broke up with him, but you regret it. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. Mia and Finn. Well, Queen, did your texting thumb get broken in the breakup? You can always attempt to reverse engines. I don't know. Let's just see what the cards have to say about you and Finn. I'm not telling you to do that, by the way. Mia and Finn. Mia broke up with Finn. Good morning, Pela Roja. Karen. Okay, good morning, Karen Mosqueda. Here comes Mia. Cards want you. Oh, yeah. See, Mia? Mia, look. Shelly, I thought I did your daily pool. Did you have to run away after I straight up don't remember what it was. Uncensoring all these bleeping comments that is now like a part of my daily life. Mia, it's the angelic cup of love. Go be loving. Go be loving. Now listen to me, Mia. Like what this is. Don't let this just be some basic message from the cards. Let this be a profound message from the cards that says something to you about acknowledging that the cup of love, the cup of emotion, is there to encompass the positive and the negative together. You need to move towards the situation with power in mind and with a total clarity around the positive and the negative. Bring all of that to this person, to Finn, and see what happens. Please, God, let it be Finn. The names can get a little bit jumbled in my old man's brain at this hour of the morning. But one way or another, Mia, you should give him. Should I give him some space to see what happens? What's making me stall there? It's a number 1. It's an ace, which means action, 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 action. Let me look on the bottom of the deck. Action. I think you'd better step into this. Why am I? Okay, look, I'm being a little bit cowardly here. I don't want to send you with a full-throated recommendation to just get in there, but maybe I do. You've tried to speak to him, but he told me I need to calm down. Heart, love. Love and heart as like concepts should come from a place of calm, Mia. Like I think that's an accurate thing. Basically, like I would lead with the heart, but I would lead. I gotta say I would lead. I would not be like laying in the cut right now. I would be trying to like figure out how to solve this problem if you really do see what you did as a mistake. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Let's see here. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom, friends. My name is Open Phones. And Cherie is here. Good morning. Good morning, Cherie. Good morning, Peleroja. Good morning, Nina. Nina, are you still here? Yeah, there you are. Nina, what does Sebastian want from me? I'm feeling like he's insecure of his finances. Oh, you know you can't, Karen. Let me do Nina real fast. Nina, what does Sebastian want from me? Does that dude want money from me or what? Oof. Oof. Nina, let's find out. Oh, bathtub. I would answer that question. Stick around, bathtub. If that's... No, is that a sheep? It's either a sheep or it's a bathtub. Oh my god, Nina. Okay, what is Sebastian... Oh! I almost lost half the deck. In the crack of the table. What does Sebastian want from Nina? It's Tarot Morning Wisdom, friends. My name is Open Phones, and I'm answering your questions with my cards for free. You ask in the chat, I read them, I answer them, and it's as simple as that. Ready, Nina? What does Sebastian want from me? I'm feeling like he's insecure about his finances. Well, interesting this. Let's put you into the breadbasket with Sebastian. What's that, you ask, Nina? It's the 4-card relationship spread that is proprietary to the Tarot Morning Wisdom broadcast. That's right, I made this up myself. That's right. Card number 1 is you. You're doing all the work. You're in the material world. You're having a beautiful time at work. You're flowing in the realm of creation, Nina. Sebastian. Something is going on with Sebastian. Sebastian is inside of their marvelous catastrophe, according to the Tower card here. Boom! So, what should the energy be between the two of you in this moment? Well, perhaps this is this King of Pentacles, which suggests that you take a ruling position inside of the material realm energetically as you approach all of that tower energy. But what are you supposed to do with it in the real world? What are you supposed to actually make happen? This is positive, I think. Like, basically, yes, there's a problem. Sebastian's going through something. The cards want you to help. Can you help? And then the cards want you to steer the entire thing toward creative passion on the Empress 3. Can you do that? Does that make sense? Look who's on the bottom of the deck. My favorite card in the whole deck, the Empress herself. Nina, it feels like my deck wants you to get in there, and if you want something with Sebastian to happen, to bleep and make it happen. I hope that's true. I hope that's true. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom, my friends. My name is Open Phones. Nix, get in here. Nix, thank you for getting an open next to your name. How do you do that, friends? You click the fan club button up there, and then you get an open next to your name. Look, I know it costs you like 0.004 cents to do that. Don't think I'm not acknowledging your generosity. I am acknowledging your generosity, because when I see that open is there, I take an immediate beeline to your question. Just ask Nix. I feel stuck in freeze mode, says Nyx. Is there any advice? Thank you, Lilia. Is there any advice from the cards? Which direction I need to go? You know there is, Queen. Ready, Nyx? We're going to get you out of freeze mode. And look who's going to be helping. It's our Empress. The Empress is very, very good at getting you out of freeze mode. Nyx wants to get out of freeze mode, needs some help. Cards say, this might be your problem. You've got, what you see here are 5 wands. 5 wands being wielded by little boys. Little boys who are bonking all those wands energies around. They don't know what exactly to do with them. They understand on some level, Nyx, that there is the possibility of an organized creation, but they can't seem to figure out how to do it. This card, as an assignment from the deck, ends up being about finding that organizational factor within yourself and leading your way out of this. Leading your way out of this. How can you create peace and stability within yourself in the realm of fire, and then move, and then make the decision forward? Okay? On the bottom of the deck, that 5 is being aimed directly at the love card. The love card, Nyx! Now remember, Nyx, that the Lover's card, in its oldest tradition, is not about the love between one person and another. It's about the love of self that allows you to transcend one or the other. Good luck, Nyx. Let us know how it goes. Lilia Martinez is here. Good morning, Lilia. Thank you for getting it open next to your name. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom, friends. I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. If you've got it in you to share this broadcast as it's happening with your friends in any way, shape, or form, I've been told that the algorithm finds that incredibly cool and attractive, and I want to be so cool and attractive to Daddy Algorithm. Oh, sweet Daddy Algorithm, please love me. Right, Lilia? Anyway, here we go. My so-called friend, I hate to hear this, Lilia. My so-called friend betrayed me. Will she reach out and apologize? Bleep! Lilia, what are you asking these cards about them for? What are you asking these cards about them for? Why don't we see what the cards can tell you in this moment where you've been betrayed by your very best so-called best friend. Good Lord. Lilia, I'm so irritated on your behalf. So irritated on Lilia's behalf. They got betrayed by their best friend. You hate to see that happen, Lilia. What are the cards going to tell you in this moment? What are you supposed to do? Lilia, you are supposed to grab onto your sword of truth. Grab onto your sword of truth. Understand that the voice inside of your soul, essentially, is the accurate voice that you need to listen to in this moment. It may be a still, quiet voice, but it's the one that knows what the right thing to do is. Do it. Also, as a symbol, this is a symbol of cutting through the bleep. Cut through the bleep. All right? Do not allow any form of illusion to adhere to your situation. But stay active inside of that, Lilia. Karen, are you ready for your card of the day? Karen, are you going to make me draw another card about bleeping Eloy? Don't make me do it, Karen. Karen, don't make me do it. Oh, Christ. All right, Karen. No, you're not going to do it. No, what are we going to do to Karen? Tell me where we're headed. General, period. I love it. Thank you, Karen, for giving us a day off from the, oh, honey, I'm sorry. Is your health okay? Let's find out what the cards have to say, Karen, about you in general. Here we go. Wouldn't it be funny if the card that I drew was literally a picture of Eloy? Karen, you are being directed to the realm of the creative, the realm of the procreative, and the realm of the spiritual at its loudest and highest energy. It is the Ace of Wands. It is the inseminating force that created the universe itself. It is an invitation to go into full active mode and to burn on inside of that mode and seek like the mobilization of inspiration. It's a deeply empowering card. And then on the bottom of the deck, you're reminded that you have all the tools, Karen. Get in there and use them. Oh, you've got it, Queen. You've got it. Let's see here. Hi, Ari. Let me scan. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom, friends. My name is Open Phones, and I am throwing cards at your questions for free. Ari asks, will David contact me during this Mercury retrograde in Cancer? Now, Ari, I sense that you might be new here. Good morning. My name is Open Phones. My deck very rarely knows what any dude is ever going to do, ever. Because, honestly, it's just incredibly difficult for the deck to decide. It's like, is this dude gonna contact you, or is this dude gonna play Fortnite for 17 hours straight? I don't know. Is this dude gonna contact you, or is this dude gonna, watch the World Cup for like 7 weeks in a row and only talk about that? I don't know. Ari and David. Ari, the King of Swords has dropped upon this question. Will David contact me during this Mercury retrograde in Cancer? The King of Swords is here to say something about being empowered in the realm of accurate thought, in the realm of will. So if this card is answering your question by saying, sure, he's the King of Swords, he'll do it because kings do things, I offer it to you. But Ari, are we sure that this card isn't for you? Are we sure that this King of Swords isn't the throne that you should be attaining to? A king does not wait around to find out if David is going to contact them. A king just gets right to the bottom of it. I offer that to you. I hope that is of use. Zuri Sold Brila, thank you for adding an open to your name and clicking that fan club button. I am so grateful to that for you. Bren, get over here, Bren. My youngest son is supposed to be going to university in Los Angeles in August. Will he end up not going? Oh, honey. First of all, waving hi from the world's most glamorous place, Hollywood, California. That's right. I know. Glitzy, isn't it? Going to university in LA. Where, UCLA? That's exciting. Will he end up not going? Why the negative on that, Bren? Bren wants to know something about their youngest son going to uni in La La Land. Bren, are you a fan of La La Land? Do you know this strange terrain? I can give you all kinds of tips, Bren. Ashley Owan, I think you asked the question, and I don't know if I saw the question, but if you could please ask it again, I would love to answer it. Bren wants to know whether their kid... There you are, thank you. Bren wants to know if their kid's going to wind up going to La La for school. Or not going, I don't know. Whoop! Oh, well, that's interesting. Bren, I offer this symbol to you. It's 5 of Cups. Now, like, I can't avoid the fact that if, like, you the way that you asked the question, he hasn't heard from FOSTA or the dorm. I don't know what FOSTA is. Are you saying that there's a question mark as to whether his acceptance is actually real? I don't know, but there's something in the realm of emotion that needs to be worked through, faced, and transcended. Like, it's the 5 of Cups. Now, this is the 5 of Cups, and therefore you see a person grieving on the side of the river, staring at their spilled cups, disappointed, with 2 new cups of energy growing behind them. Yes. And ultimately, if I'm you and a parent... Oh, okay, well, look, you know what, Bren? You're a parent. You are a leader to this person, your kid. You may be being asked inside of this card to help lead this child through something that is emotionally difficult. Remember that, like in the parlance of the deck, the parents are the sun. They're the God energy to these to a lot of kids. I mean, like there's obviously a million situations, but like part of being a child is regarding your parent as something of a god. They have all the power, right? Maybe you're being beckoned towards leading your child through an emotional decision that's difficult with your charioteer's power that's on the bottom of the deck. Please let us know how it goes. I'm curious to get the update and find out if you're going to be out here in La La Land. Look, do I recommend La La Land? I do. There's a lot to love in Los Angeles. There really is. Number one, the weather is impeccable when it's not burning to the ground. Yes, this place does burn to the ground periodically. But in the meantime, while we watch so much of the world burn or sweat to death, Los Angeles is temperate and peaceful and gorgeous most of the time. Okay, Ashley, what is the vibe of what is the vibe with my management, with me taking some time off for medical concerns? Ashley Owen, are you okay? Ashley Owen, I do not like to hear that you're having medical concerns. What's the vibe at work around Ashley being able to take some time off to take care of herself? Your migraines are uncontrolled. Oh man, I have so many friends that have suffered from migraines. I don't personally, but I recognize that is one of the most bleeped up things that can happen to you. Basically like wearing a crown of thorns. Oh, Sia, I'm sorry. Sia, everybody give Sia a consoling pat on the back. They slept through an exam this morning. We've all done it. Now, Ashley Owen, you're worried about whether management's going to let you have migraines, I guess, without punishing you. What a bleeped up world. Ashley Owen, here's what the cards have to say. Ashley Owen, I think this is indicative of generosity in the realm of the heart, if you want it to be. It's the Page of Cups, followed by the Page of Pentacles. I'm a little bit, my eyebrow's a little bit raised by that one. I don't know exactly how I would take it without a little bit more exploration, a little bit, like a deeper look into what this card might be indicating. But what we see here is a sweet child holding a beautiful cup of emotion in their hand and feeling optimistic about it, and like it's new and it's good. It's hard for me to think of a way to steer this Page of Cups anywhere negative. I think that they should be. If this is really attaching to your question, I just feel like it's going to be positive. But open yourself up to other interpretations. I would say, not knowing what the strict, what all the details are. Kayla Morrison, get over here. Do I see Kayla Moore? Thank you, Glinda. Do I see Kayla Morrison? Do I? Look, listen to me. Next thing you know, I'm going to be wearing a big turban on my head, and like a fortune teller, right, Kayla Morrison? Since when am I the arbiter of what these cards are saying? No, the cards are saying it, not me. So do these cards see you leaving your current job next month? Kayla Morrison, you so desperately want to leave your job. I sense it. Kelly Card, is that you? Good morning, Jade B300. Oh, Kayla Morrison, here comes Ashley Ash. Hey, Kayla Morrison, who asked, I'm just going to get, do you see me leaving my current job the next month? No, this is not a card of prognostication. This is a card that says something to you, Kayla Morrison, about needing to step into your hermetic power in the realm of the creative and push. This is, well, I mean, it doesn't have to be doing that. It could be saying something suggesting, like, protect yourself in the realm of fire. But if you want to leave your current job in the next month, you're going to need a hermetic amount of passion to do it. And maybe this is a commentary. On the bottom of the deck, you've got that disorganized 5. Kayla Morrison, stay empowered inside of that. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you for sharing the live, Ashley Ash. Let's see here. Yes, okay, here we are. Now, Ashley Ash, I saw your question and I immediately paused because I need to answer it personally, and then I need the cards to answer it. Everybody say hello to Ashley Ash. Good morning, Ashley Ash. asks a question that so many people have probably asked themselves. Are you ready to hear it? Will this year get better for me? Ashley Ash, I'm sorry that you're having a tough year. 2026 is not for the faint of heart, Ashley Ash. 2026 is, well, look, 2025 was not for the faint of heart. 2025 was like, I was about to like embark on some metaphorical rundown that would have been too explicit and kind of unpleasant to hear, so I'll stop myself. But I'll say 2026 is, what is the metaphor for this year? It's the fire horse year, Queen. Will this year get better for me? You ask. Sweet Ashley Ash. 25? Yes, thank you. 2025 was worse, and why the bleep they censored that is beyond me. You feel like you're at a turning point. Well, I'd like to hear that. 2025 was worse. Fuck. I mean, darn. All right, Ashley Ash. Yeah. Ashley Ash, you need to do something in the realm of wisdom. I mean, you need to, well, the words do something being like what I would underline and italicize here. Stay active, Ashley Ash. But to my mind, this might be some sort of, what's available inside of this Hierophant is the idea of seeking out wisdom. Well, if it isn't Sabrina BXO, good morning, Sabrina. Seeking out wisdom. Seeking out guidance, Ashley Ash. Or aspiring to be the powerful factor that is seeking out wisdom yourself. But maybe there's something connecting in here. Gigi, how you doing? All right? Does that hit? Ashley Ash, if you're in need of guidance away from these 9 swords, which are on the bottom of the deck, then that would be a way to read that card. Yes, you're thinking of taking a class to help your family. Do it then. But stay engaged with your life in, like, make sure that you are always feeling like you're the shot caller and not just the person who's getting mowed down by this and that. All right? I guess that's on the most basic level, not knowing exactly what's going on. A way to go. When are we going to go 13 cards deep, Ashley Ash? Yes, Jade B. Of course you can have a card. Jade B 300, longtime friend and fan of this broadcast, which is called Tarot Morning Wisdom, and my name is Open Phones, friends. Ooh, I've got 44,400K hearts. Thank you, friends. That's so kind. Let's see here. Are you doing readings right now with love? Yeah, I'm doing readings right now, Vic. I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. Jade B 300, are you ready for your card? Here it comes, Jade. Jade! Is this an assignment you've gotten from me before? It's the 8 of Swords, Jade, which is, of course, around the idea of strength of mind. And the suggestion inside of Pamela Coleman Smith's beautiful artwork, Jade, is that you scan yourself for the ways that you might be pinning yourself in the realm of thought by telling you a bunch of things that may or may not be true. This is a card of perspective sometimes. It's like saying, like if you walk into your day today, I'm walking into my day today, for instance. Here I go, I'm walking into it. Oh man, today's gonna bleep and suck. Oh man, today's gonna bleep and suck. There's gonna be so many things happening that I'm gonna be so stressed out all day long. Oh man, today's gonna bleep and suck, and then I'm probably not even gonna get to go to lunch, and then probably not gonna be able to do this. And set yourself free from that is the ultimate message of 8 Swords, and I hope you can do just that. Let's see here. Glenda Komalander. I like that. Glenda Komalander. Good morning, Glenda. How are you doing, Glenda? Everybody say hello to Glenda, please. Yes, Yvonne, you're allowed to ask a question. Sorry, I don't know why they censored that one. It's making me mad. Let's see here. Sorry, Glenda. What should I do about Edward? Glenda, what's going on with Edward? Glenda, can you tell us what's going on with Edward? Sweet Glenda. Let's see. Glenda says, who bleeping knows? Fair enough. Well, that's why you're asking me. That's why you're asking the deck. Tell me about Edward, sweet deck. What's going on with Edward? Dawn D, how you doing? Good morning, Dawn D. For those who don't know, it's Terra Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones, and I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. Here we go. Here we go. Edward lives in Africa. You live in the U.S. That's complicated. What's going on with Edward? Edward might be concentrating on his material world right now. Edward might be worried about the basics, worried about the foundational basics. That's what this card can sometimes connect to, Glenda. So hopefully this is an informative answer for you. On the bottom of the deck, the authentic star card is there to remind you that if you care deeply about Edward, that you can show yourself to him fearlessly and authentically and share your wisdom with him, maybe even as it pertains to this situation. One way or another, if we choose to take that card as an answer to your question as like directly, Edward is probably not thinking about the realm of love because they're too busy thinking about, hold on a second. Why would that get censored? With or without clothes, that's funny. All right, that's funny. Well, I wouldn't have censored that. Oh, Glenda, let us know how it goes, please. Will you please come back and let us know what's going on with Edward? Oof, Vic. I'm going to do that one. Vic, get over here. Vic has a question about a career change. It's a simple one. Is it worth it? Ready, Vic? Let's find out what the answer is to whether or not it is worth it. Everybody say hi to Vic. Hi, Vic! What are you thinking, Vic? What are you thinking? What are the options on the table? What are you going to change your career to, Vic? Good morning, pretty face baby. You ask away. Vic wants to know if it's worth changing careers. I also want to. What the hell, Roos? Roos, you just got censored. Good morning, Roos. I didn't even see you were here. Roos, you're awesome. Everybody say hi to Roos. Good morning, Roos. Go follow Roos in the chat because I'm trying to get them to throw cards on TikTok. I'm trying to get them to be a tarot reader on TikTok. If you want to, okay, Vic's thinking about changing from market real estate to coding. Jesus God. That's quite a shift, Vic. Let's find out what the cards have to say. Is it worth it? Asks Vic. Is it worth it? Yes, it is worth it. Vic, you got the Two of Wands here. So, I mean, without knowing precisely how it's going to connect to your conception of market real estate versus coding, this is a card about creativity. This is a card about starting something new in the realm of creativity, planning it, building force towards expression of it. Does that answer your question? It completely sidestepped the "is it worth it" thing and just said, get in there and do it. And on the bottom of the deck, transcend, explode upward and outward into a new paradisiacal form, Vic. Huh? Hold on. I'm reading. Okay, Sarah, should I act or do nothing now? Oh, get over here, Sarah. That's perfect for these cards. Everybody say hi to Sarah. Sarah is living in the present moment, everybody. Sarah's not looking in the rearview mirror at some relationship that exploded 6 months ago. No. Well, I mean, maybe you are. But your question is directed towards the now. And I like that. I like it when we're focused on the now, friends. This is Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones, and I am throwing cards at your questions for free. Sarah's question, should I act now or do nothing? Let's see here. I've got an idea about this one, Sarah, but I want to see what the cards do first. No, you know what, Sarah? I'm the bleeping tarot reader. Hold on a second. Why the bleep is that getting censored? Maybe, you know what, this is the retrograde thing is happening in the algorithmic filtration of the comments. Everyone stay calm. It's Mercury retrograde. Ain't that the bleeping truth? Sarah, sweet Sarah. Hold on, I'm cranking back. Cranking back. I want to stare your question directly in the face. Where the bleep is it? Should I act? That's card number 1. Act. Do nothing. That's card number 2. Holy smoke. Holy smoke. Shut the hell up. Hold on. Stop everything. Shay just said, you pulled an Emperor card with 7 of Pentacles and my husband just got a promotion 10 minutes ago. Oh, hallelujah. Another satisfied customer at Tarot Morning Wisdom. Shay, I'm glad to hear that. I am so happy to hear that. All right, Sarah. Oh, thank you, Roos. Oh, I love that you're able to go under the hood. That is incredibly comforting to me as I sit up here and tap dance away. Sarah, Sarah, Sarah. Oh, bleep. Hold on a second. Sarah, Sarah, Sarah. Give me a second. I want to stare at it. Card number 1. Should I act? That's a yes. 8 wands. Should I do nothing? Well, this is comp. Okay, now I think I made a. Maybe the do nothing card is also positive. I guess that's why I'm confused, Sarah. What are we talking about, Sarah? Sarah, can you please give me this is the do nothing card. This is the act. Huh. Are you even here, Sarah? Anyway, look. The act card has more power to it. It's beautiful harmony in the realm of creative fire. The do nothing card is also beautiful harmony, but it's at a much simpler level. So I've confused myself. Look, it happens. Look, it happens. All right, let's see here. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones. Oh, for bleep's sake, pretty face baby. Get over here, pretty face baby. I'll be honest with you, Rosalind. You're testing my patience in the chat a little bit, but I love you anyway. Will me and Malcolm reconcile one day? Oh, Rosalind. Were the Malcolm years good years, sweet Rosalind? Were they? Everybody say hello to Rosalind. Good morning, Rosalind. Rosalind's worried about her and Malcolm. Were the Malcolm years sweet, good years, Rosalind? And then did they end? Let's see. You're not upsetting me. I'm just having fun with you. Please know that I'm not upset at all. No, I'm answering your question, Rosalind. Will you and Malcolm ever reconcile? Now, I don't know. I'm reading this for your present moment, Rosalind. Because, as I've said a million times on this broadcast, my cards have very little success predicting what any dude is going to do ever. They are very good at giving you advice, Rosalind. All of that said, thank you, Roos. Roos understands me. So, look, I can read this card as a positive affirmation of your question. Would you like me to do that? Will me and Malcolm reconcile one day? Yes. The Ace of Pentacles has fallen, suggesting that an entire material condition is available for you to hold in your very hand. Why not just let it... Wait, what? What did... I'm sorry, he just lets the card speak for... Yes, I do. This is the Ace of Pentacles. It says something about a totality in the realm of material things. I mean, I think that, you can choose to take that positively, but I would be more interested in, Rosalind, is if you took this as a challenge to make real that which exists now only in your imagination. What can you will into existence, Rosalind? Huh? Don't sit on the bleeping sidelines of your own life, Rosalind. That's all I'm saying to you. Does that make sense? Okay. Let me look at ooh, Chanel. Chanel, get over here, Chanel. Good morning, Chanel. Everybody say hi to Chanel. Hi, Chanel. Welcome to Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones, and I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. I'm broadcasting from the world's most glamorous place, Hollywood, California. That's right. That's right. You said tell him how I feel. I think I said make what's in your imagination real. Yes. That if that's what's in your imagination, then make it real. These calls keep interrupting. Oh, I'm sorry, Sabrina, that blows. Wait, where was I? Chanel. Chanel. Hold on, let me go back to your question. There it is. Will I find a new job now that I quit today? Round of applause for Chanel. Round of applause for Chanel for having the bravery to quit the gig that was no longer serving. It was time to move on, Chanel, and you had the bravery and the certainty to make the call, to do it with grace, I hope. It took a lot of energy, I know. Changing your life, say it with me, everyone, takes a lot of energy. Actually changing your life takes a lot of energy. Does it not? Does it not, Chanel? Now, let's just see. I'm going to go back and stare into the beauty of your question real fast. There it is. There it is. Almost. There it is. Will I find a new job? Well, Chanel, of course you're going to find a new job. Queen. Yes. There, I answered it. How can I best tune my spiritual energy in this moment towards the idea of finding a new job, which is what I would like to do now that I've walked out on that crappy one? Cards say, yes, but you have to understand that you are in the realm of giving birth to new ideas, and you have a responsibility to yourself to face into, to look directly in the face every instance where your mind is hurting your heart, to be a little bit, on the nose in terms of this artwork, and treat this as the growing opportunity that it is. All right. Will you find another job? Of course you're going to find another job, but you're going to need to you need to stay active in the realm of clarity and the mind and ideas, and you need to be building a new world for yourself in the realm of ideas. And it may involve some pain as you have to process disappointment along the way to finding your way to the new stability that is indeed waiting for you. On the bottom of the deck, beware of overcomplicated thoughts. Beware of BS. All right? Stay clear within yourself, please. So say at the cards, you got to come back and let us know what's happening, and we'll see if we can't add a little bit more to that. Good morning, Melissa. You're welcome, Chanel. Please come back and let us know how it is going. Run with your pointy swords. That's right, Sabrina. Wills is here. Good morning, Wills. Sidra, might I know if me and Saif will marry, or else I will jump out of this tiny window? Sidra! Everybody say hello to Sidra. Hi, Sidra. What are you talking about, Sidra? Don't jump. What are you, Rapunzel? We got a Rapunzel situation on our hands here. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom, friends. My name is Open Phones, and I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. Put your wallet away. Put your wallets away. Right, Sidra? Might I know if me and Saif will marry, or else I will jump out of this tiny window thing. Sidra, do I need to bleep and give you some parental speech about how you're not supposed to jump out of tiny windows? Do I need to go into dad mode right now? Sidra, come here. Sidra, as your internet father, I want you to know that it's upsetting to me to hear you suggest that you might leap out of a tiny window. I hope it's on the first floor of whatever building. Maybe it's just the bathroom on, it's the little bathroom window on the first floor. If you need to leap out of a window, yes, you can leap out of that. I'll permit it. Sidra, you want to get married so bad you're ready to leap out of a bleeping bathroom window. What the hell? Dory, I want to answer that. Don't go nowhere. Let's see here. Sidra. I want to read your original question. I'll find it. Give me a second. There it is. Will me and Saif marry? Let's just start there. Not that the deck's going to be able to predict that. Except that sometimes And usually at moments, just like that one, where I loudly proclaim that the deck is not going to predict it, and then the deck says, yeah. Yes, you will. Well, okay, what am I actually holding in my hand, Sidra? I'm holding the World card, which is the card of paradise. It's the card of achieved heaven. How about that? Is a marriage with Saif heaven to you? Well, guess what? That's the card that's in my hand right now, and I'm going to give it to you. Shut your window. But watch out for this card. It's on the bottom of the deck. Set yourself free from the godless material world queen. Set yourself free. All right? Do not allow yourself to get trapped inside of that energy. Yvonne. Oh, thank you, Roos. Yvonne. Should I give up on Kevin because I don't know if he still wants to be with me? Yvonne? That's a beautiful question. Let's get into Yvonne. Everybody say hi to Yvonne. Hi, Yvonne. Should I give up on Kevin? Ask Yvonne. Cards say. Cards sloppily deploy to say. What up, Anthony? Good morning. Not yet. You need to find... basically, I would say that this is a card that screams, find stability and peace inside of your own mind, all right? And then move forward. But this is not an action card. This is a stabilized card. This is like, okay, just like take it easy right now. Create peace inside of your own head and then move forward. Is anyone... Wait, one more time has an open next to their name, so I've got to answer that. One more time. Is anyone... Is a no-nay. Wait, am I reading this right? Sweet, one more time. Who fell in love with Ebru? Is a no-nay who fell in love with Ebru? I think I've got it. Is a no-nay who fell in love with Ebru? Is a no-nay who fell in love with Ebru? Let's find out. Let's find out one more time. Is a no-nay who fell in love with Ebru? What do we think's going to be the answer? Wait, you saying the word no one more time. Am I getting your question? Yes, okay, good. Here we go. Is a no-nay the one who fell in love with Ebru? Is this... What are we doing here one more time? There is an... Okay, look, I don't know if this is answering your question or not, but you got a Page of Pentacles, which is dropping you into the material universe and saying... something about being a newcomer in the realm of the material. Is there a new opportunity coming your way that would put you into the Pentacles and put you in a place of uncertainty or newcomer status that maybe you don't know exactly what you need to do, but you're going to do it. You're going to learn. There's a new opportunity there in the realm of the Pentacles. I don't know if that's helpful, but that's what came forward. A card for me from Coco. Yes, 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 Sabrina. Oh, wait, sorry. I got to do Dory first. Is my husband still with me in spirit? Thank you, Bruce. Dory, get over here. Of course your husband's still with you in spirit. Let's find out what the cards have to say. I'm not afraid of answering like those kind of questions. Dory, get in here. I'm so sorry, Dory, that you lost your husband. Dory, are you with us right now, Dory? Wave to me, Dory. Let me know you're here. Sweet Dory. Dory lost her husband, and I'm, again, so sorry for your loss, Dory. And there you are, good. And I just want to offer you our condolences, and know that we're here for you as you do this brave work in the realm of grief. Of course your husband's with you. Let's find out what the cards have to say about this moment. 2 cards, huh? Okay. There it is, Dory. Dory, this is the card of pure, unadulterated love. It's the 6 of Cups. It's literally the most loving card in the deck. I'm not kidding. This is basically a gargantuan... it's just like the sweetest answer you could possibly get from this deck. It really is. It's literally just like saying, come here, I love you so much. I love you so much. I am so grateful for you. Words can't describe how much harmony I feel with you in the realm of the heart. That is your response from the great beyond. And I hope that you can just take that in as a giant confirmation that yes, like you are not alone in this. Yes, like the connection that you had, you still have. It's just different. And there is pain attached to that difference. And that's natural and there should be. Good luck. Dory, will you please come back and let us know how it's going? Don't forget us here at Tarot Morning Wisdom, Dory, all right? All right. Now, hold on. I was gonna answer Sabrina's question. I gotta go back and find it. Come here, Sabrina. Now, Sabrina and I go way back because... Well, where the bleep is it? Jesus Christ. Hold on. I'm finding it. Crank. Sorry, it's taking so long. A card for me from Coco, who's partially hanging out in Venice and Marina del Rey. A card for you from Coco? Sabrina? Is that what we're after? You're multitasking too. A card for you for Coco, who's blah, 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 LA. Aaron, we'll get to it. I promise. All right, card for you for Coco. Ready, Sabrina? Ready for your card for Coco? Sabrina and I go way back because we've done private reading together. She was one of the earliest adopters of the private read. If you are interested in private reads, you know what to do. You go look in the links. You can see what it's all about. A card for Coco. Sabrina, there's something about needing to or getting to or achieving this stability in the realm of the material world. Like putting the four legs of the table underneath the table, making sure that the table doesn't wobble, making sure that everything is cool in the realm of pentacles so that you can grow upward from there. Does that hit? And I know that you're constantly in a creative mode around making things real, Sabrina, so maybe this is something that connects to that idea. All right, we got to get through some of the chat members here that have been very, very, very patient. Okay, starting with Wills. You're still waiting to hear about your permanent job. Will you hear soon? Wills, are you ready to find out? Here we go. Everybody say hi to Wills. Hi, Wills. Welcome to Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones, and I'm answering your questions with my cards for free. And Wills, this is the most positive card in the deck as far as I'm concerned. It's the Empress card in the Major Arcana number 3. It's the creative card par excellence. It is the symbol, the archetype of life force self as it first sets forth into the universe. And thus, I hand you this positive card and say, I hope that it is true. And you've got to come back and let us know what all happens. Good morning, Super Aaron. How are you? Aaron. Will I get married this year? We're just going to burn through a bunch of these like people that are really urgently asking so we can get the... I want to know whether Aaron's going to get married this year. Will Aaron get married this year? Aaron. No. Aaron, I'm indulging myself right now a little bit. Those who watch this are sensing that perhaps. I'm being a little indulgent. I'm letting myself prognosticate, which I don't actually do. But here's what this card's message is, Aaron. Like, you need perseverance here, Aaron. You need to gut it out and lead the way through, like, the slog on the way to what you want. You need to not just sit. You need to push. All right. Oh, Jude, stop everything. I've got a tarot emergency right now. Everybody gather around Jude. Everybody join hands around Jude. Jude, get over here. Jude has a tarot emergency. Jude asks, is Brian cheating on me? Jude. What the bleep is happening, Jude? Jude, I'm sorry. Zola, I'm going to get to you, I promise. But first we have to answer Jude because it's a tarot emergency. Is Brian cheating on Jude? That bastard. Maybe. What's the evidence, Jude? Jude, what's the evidence? Let's see what the cards have to say. Let's see what the bleeping cards have to say about Brian and whether he's cheating on Jude. Oof, I do not like a cheater. Jude, you've been referred to the Charioteer for some reason. The Charioteer is the archetype of directionality, divine directionality. It's like basically like the idea of God coming down and saying, Jude, you need to drive here. Okay, Jude, can you drive here? Can you be the active agent in this? Hi, Samarammer. How you doing? Good morning. Good morning, Charity. Jude, you're being challenged to attain to the steering wheel here and drive the situation. You are not being allowed to sit and wait and find out. You're being screamed at by my deck to take the active... good morning, Keb. How are you? To take the active role here and get to the bottom of this. Don't wait around, Queen. Oof, that's ice cold. I'll be right back. I'm going to put a little bit of hot coffee in this. I'll be back in 2 seconds. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom. It's Wednesday, July 8th somehow. There we go. Let's see what we got. Nikki Electra, how you doing? Everybody go follow Nikki. If you like high-quality tarot content, or not tarot content, if you like high-quality TikTok content, please do yourself a favor and go follow Nikki Electra, please. But if you don't like high-quality TikTok content, please do not do that, because you will be... Then you're going to be coming to me all disappointed. Well, Nikki Electra's account's good. I only like trash. Sorry to hear that. I told you up front. Right, Nikki? Let's see here. I know I have a bunch of opens that I need to deal with, Nikki being one of them. That's right, friends. If you click... Oh, Roos, have a great day. Happy days, Roos. Good morning, Keb. I'm looking for opens rapidamente in the chat. There's one. Zola. Thank you, Zola. For your patience, of course. Zola, everybody say hello to Zola. Hi, Zola. Hi, Zola. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom, friends. I'm answering your questions with my cards for free. Put your wallets away. If you like what you see up here and you sense that I actually am good at this and you would like to engage me one-on-one so that I can go 13 cards deep with you on the questions of your choosing, know that I offer those services, Zola, Charity. Know that I offer those services, Cheska. Interested? Go to the links. See what's up. Maybe there's something we can do together. I'm up here not just to enjoy all of this beautiful community and the company that it keeps, but to find people who are interested in going a little bit deeper. If that's you, please reach out. DM me and we can talk about it. All right, Zola, you ready? Will I get a reply from the management job that I applied for? Asks Zola. Zola, if we choose to read this card as a prognostication, as we say, okay, Zola's asking about the future. Will I get the job? Or will I not even get a job, get the reply? Will I get the reply? Well, the star card's always positive. So, sure, yes, you will. But if you take this card as an assignment from my deck, the assignment, Zola, is to be inside of your total powerful authenticity right now. To shamelessly and fearlessly be yourself. And to share all of your wisdom with the world at your feet. How can you do that, Zola? How can you be a part of that energy right now? I would let both be true at the same time, frankly. I would be empowered by that card and also let it tell you something positive so that you feel good about your situation. Witchy Luna, will I hear... We're doing management positions right now. Witchy Luna, will I hear about a management position this week? Witchy Luna, are you ready for your card? It's just like Zola in a weird way. Will I hear about the management position this week? Ask Witchy Luna. Everybody say hi to Witchy Luna. Hi, Witchy Luna. Welcome to Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones, and I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. I appreciate everybody that's been hearting me this morning. I'm almost at 60,000 hearts. Thank you! You're making this stranger on the internet's heart all warm and glowy when you do that. I really do appreciate it. Will I hear about the management position, Witchy Luna? The cards want you to stop worrying, Witchy Luna. The cards want you to release... Beck! Good morning, Beck. How are you doing? How's Remington? Witchy Luna, The cards want you to release yourself from the mental prisons that you may have erected around you and experience yourself inside of a state of mental peace and strength. Does that seem like a promising answer to your question? With a king of pentacles on the bottom. Beck, happy almost birthday. Happy birthday to you. Beck, do you want a birthday card? Beck, can I give you a birthday card, Beck? Beck, I'm giving you a birthday card. How about that? Look, I have agency up here too. Here it comes, Beck. Here comes your card for your birthday, since I don't broadcast on Thursdays, generally. All right, Martha, I'll get to you. I promise. Martha, I'm doing you next. Beck, your birthday card for your birthday, which is happening tomorrow. Everybody bleep and say happy birthday to Beck. Beck just had a baby. Beck had a baby in between the time that I started doing this at the beginning of the year and now. So I'm giving Remington, the baby, credit as being the first baby born during the Tarot Morning Wisdom era. How about that? If I could fashion a trophy that said that, I would hand you one, Beck. All right, here it comes, Beck. It's your birthday tomorrow. I'm excited for you. Cards say on this, your first birthday as a mama. No. Open yourself up to a birthday gift tomorrow. I love this card as like well, first of all, it's the Four of Cups, right, Beck? So it's saying something about finding a deep sense of peace in the realm of the heart. And it says something about making sure that you're open to receiving all of that generosity of cup, all of that generosity of love, all of that generosity of spirit. Making sure that you are not glancing downward at something when you should be glancing upward. Maybe this is a card that reaches for the idea of gratitude. Maybe this is a card that simply just reaches for the idea of peace and stability. Maybe you was already thinking about getting baby... Wait, Beck says, I already was thinking about getting baby stuff instead of stuff for me. Well, I mean, I get that. So maybe it's saying, get me a little something too. Queen, as a professional parent, which I am, I've already... my child is now 18 years old, so I've run the obstacle course of the first 18 years successfully. So one of my recommendations as a professional parent, Beck, is that you put as much, you really do need to focus on just that thing. You need to make sure that you feel like you're giving yourself rewards too. That it's not all just about that bleeping kid. I love that kid. We all love that kid. But if you let yourself drown in the pool of that kid and lose your own connection to your own joy and your own worth, you aren't serving that kid. You're basically feeding yourself into the wood chipper of obligation that any child is going to create, like a bleeping whirlpool underneath them at times, you know? Like the joy of parenting can also be perceivable as an equal and opposite misery. If you were just like, I can't be me, I don't get to do anything, I have to do this stupid parenting job the entire time. And then you just get sucked into that quicksand, you're miserable. One way to avoid that is to make sure that you religiously are aware that you need presents too. That you need to be giving yourself little gifts, like Agent Cooper would say from Twin Peaks, if anybody's got that little fetish. I don't know where... I love Twin Peaks, but I mean, it's not like I think about it all the time. But it just popped into my head. Give yourself a present every day. That's a Twin Peaks thing. So anyway, Martha, geez... Martha's got an emergency of some kind. She's literally all capsing me. Martha Ramirez, please report to the front of the broadcast immediately. This is Tarot Morning Wisdom, friends. My name is Open Phones, and I'm answering your questions, Martha, with my cards for free. Martha says, please, will Ravano give me my property patch this month? I don't know what a property patch is, Martha. I don't know who this Ravano person is, Martha, but you're obviously in high stakes mode if it's as important as all that. Let's find out what the cards have to say about you and Nirvana and this property patch, all right? What can you do right now, Martha? It's a biker thing, question mark? Oh, wait a minute, Martha, that's actually quite interesting. It's a biker thing. I like everything about this. This is a whole new world, Martha. Let's find out what the cards have to say. This is the card of total abundance, Martha, in the realm of the real. This is a card that represents having it all, if you want it to be that. It is a card of family connection, Martha. Does this property patch connect to that idea of family connection? I sense that it might. I think that this is a positive answer to your question. What say you, Martha? What say you? Does it feel like a positive answer to see a generational family peacefully enjoying themselves behind a Kabbalistic tree of life made out of pentacles? Martha, congratulations. Will you come back and let us know how it goes? Martha, the Sword of Truth's on the bottom of the deck. That's awesome. You gotta let us know how it goes, sweet Martha. Whoa, Clara, there's a lot going on in that. Everybody say hi to Clara. Hi, Clara. Clara says, and I fall, and I, sorry, my brain just skipped. Clara says, ... Hello, dear. Did he like it today, please? Clara asks, did he like it today, please? And then carries on and says, it's the father of our newborn visited us and we made love. Congratulations, Clara, on having a romantic moment. I pray to Jesus that the congratulations are in order and not like a literal blah 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 blah. Clara, I'm not gonna opinionate on this yet. I'm gonna let the cards do their work. Okay, Clara. Clara, you're concerned whether he liked it today. You've made love to the father of the newborn. Oh, Clara. Here's what the cards say. Yes, he liked it. Clara, I'm not going to even attempt to unpick everything going on in your world right now. It's too complicated for a one-card drop. I'm simply going to let the deck tell you this. He liked it. He liked it a lot. Let us know how it goes, Clara. Clara, let us know how it goes. But that Ace of Wands is definitive, sweet Clara. You are welcome, Clara. He got his wand. Oh, well, Beck, I don't know if I need to go quite that graphic right now. He got his wand caressed. Ew. Martha Ramirez has a message for Beck. Tell the new mom it's okay to give to herself. That's very important. See, Martha Ramirez knows. That's kind of like a self-help rule of parenting. Make sure that like if the kid gets some, you get some too. You know, that's like don't always be going to the ice cream parlor and buying the kid ice cream without enjoying some ice cream yourself. Does that track? You don't want to become resentful of parenting if you can avoid it. That's all. I guess like that's ultimately what we're talking about here. You don't want to be in a constant like state of battle with the thing that you're going to be doing for the next 18 years, whether you like it or not. Minimum, right? Prakriti, get in here. What's coming up next regarding your relationship, Prakriti? Let's find out. Everybody say good morning to Prakriti. Good morning. Oh, I want to answer that, Yang Yang. Prakriti, what is coming up next regarding my relationship? Prakriti, cards say what's coming up next is truth, accuracy. And also, if this is an assignment for you, Prakriti, the assignment is to take control of the situation with your Sword of Truth, to take control with your clarity of vision and your dedication to the truth. Okay? That's what's coming up next. Get in there. Kelly has an open next to their name. How do you do that, friends? You click the fan club button up there. It's simple. Look, I know that clicking that fan club button costs you, what, 0.004 cents? I recognize it. Look, you're going to have to skimp on a few meals. I recognize it. If you want to do that, for your friend Open Phones, it just makes it easier for me to see your question ask Kelly. I'm staring at their question right now. Does John want to be in a romantic relationship with me? Kelly, congratulations on having somebody in your sights. Kelly, I'm going to ask you this. Thank you, Beck. Does John want to be in a romantic relationship with Kelly? Kelly, does Kelly want to be in a romantic relationship with John? Kelly and John. Kelly and John. Kelly and John. Kelly and John. Does John want to be in a romantic relationship with... How do I celebrate that? I don't know. Okay, Kelly and John. Sorry, I got distracted. Kelly and... Hey, Disco Quack. Kelly and John. Does John want to be in a romantic... Thank you, Gio. Does John want to be in a romantic relationship with Kelly? Does Kelly want to be in a romantic relationship with John? Maybe, says Kelly. I love it when the deck just answers the question. I love it. I love it. Kelly, do I have to say even one word? Do I have to say even one word? This is a 2 of Cups, Kelly. Go enact this card with John. Okay? Go enact it. Let us know how it's going. Hi, Gio. How you doing? Hey, Steph. Good morning. I hope Sean comes back. Steph, I'm looking around inside of I gotta look for all of it, see all the questions going on. Steph, I'm gonna just do it. Steph, oh wait, Ying Ying, I needed to do you first. Ying Ying, does Reynard want to leave me? And then I'm doing you, Steph. Hang in there. I promised Ying Ying that I would do their card next. Does Reynard want to leave me? Oh, Ying Ying, I'm sorry that you're suffering like that. Suffering at the... I'll say this, Ying Ying. Are you suffering at the sword tip of your own brain? Let's find out what the cards have to say about you and Reynard. You and Reynard, Ying Ying. No. In a word, Ying Ying. No. They don't want to leave. This is a card of true love. This is a card of unadulterated love. This is a card of pure love. This is a card of love for self. Deep, nurturing love for self. And then it expands outward and becomes love for others that is so powerful because it is so simple and true. It's not complicated by the realm of the swords. It's not complicated by the realm of the mind. It's just about the heart. So please, please, please take that to heart and go live inside of that truth and see what happens. And come back and let us know how it goes, Ying Ying. Steph, will Sean come back? All right, Steph. Look, Steph, I hate looking into the rearview mirror. A tarot reader wants to live in the present. A tarot reader wants to hold the future as a possibility in the palm of their hands. When you're looking into the rearview mirror, Steph, oh, it's like you're looking at the road you already traveled on that road, right? Let's find out what the cards have to say as you come to the table here. And I'm not dishonoring your question, but you want to know if Sean's coming back. Look, this is a possible... Okay, look, I'll say this stuff. What am I looking at here? I'm looking at a Page of Cups. And what is this Page of Cups? It's the realm of the heart, Steph. I'm looking at this Page of Cups and I'm saying, well, if this is a card for Steph, it's a recommendation to get onto new emotional territory now. Get onto unexplored emotional territory. Bleeping now. You are probably somebody with a fair amount of experience in this world, as are many and most of us, and that's not me saying anything other than you aren't actually a Page of Cups, are you, Steph? Are you actually a complete novice in the world of love? I doubt it. How can you access this childlike, joyful optimism? How can you access this sense of like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm excited to find out? This is a forward-looking card, Steph, not a backward-looking card, and it has to do with beginning again, all right? And mobilizing your Knight of Cups. That's on the bottom of the deck, Queen. Step away from the past. I don't know, maybe that's me being a little bit too strident. Steph, you let me know. But please come back and let us know how your adventure goes. I want you to be successful here, and I want you to know that we're behind you here. Gio, get over here, Gio. you've got an open next to your name, which means that I have a legal almost requirement to answer your question because you took a step toward me by clicking that fan club button up there, and I appreciate it. Gio, we're asking about Doug. Is that right, Gio? Has Doug moved on? I don't know if Doug's moved on. Bleep Doug. I'm sorry, excuse me. That was just me talking about the deck. Gio, what's the Doug situation all about, Gio? Is it serving you in this moment, Gio, or is it dragging you down, Gio? Has Doug moved on? Gio, is this Doug sitting inside of his effort-built garden of prosperity? Does Doug have an exotic bird on his arm? Is he staring at it lovingly? This is a 9 of Pentacles that has... You walked away a few months ago. Gio, isn't this card then saying something to you about having achieved a certain amount of independence in the realm of material success? Not success in those kind of grosser ways, but like you actually are living in the real world created by your action. And isn't this an invitation to thrive inside of that instead of like long for what used to be? The 9s are about empowerment alone. Empowerment alone. Among many, 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 many other things. So I hope that you can find some empowerment. And if you want to go back to Doug empowered like that, well then bleep and do it. Cammy, get in here. What do I need to hear? Asks Cammy Loves Chamomile. That's a sweet name, Cammy. Thank you, Gio. I appreciate your roses and flowers. I appreciate everybody's roses and flowers. Look at that. I've almost got 60,000 little hearts. Thank you, dudes. Look, put your wallets away. I'm never going to ask you for a bleeping dime up here. If you want to give me like little hearts, you're gonna make my heart sing. Cammy, what do I need to hear? That's the perfect question for these cards, Cammy. Are you ready to hear what you need to hear according to my deck? Get ready. Cammy, you need to hear the following. Stabilize and actualize, Cammy. An Emperor is here to take all of those beautiful ideas that you may be having, all those beautiful inspirational ideas that you may be having, and turn them into reality. Or perhaps even just create the stable space where that transformation into the real can happen. Be the Emperor. Be the peaceful ruler. Be the peaceful ruler. Does that hit, Cammy? I hope it does. Now. I want to crank backward because I thought I saw somebody with an open in their name that I had not answered their question. I don't like that. I don't like that. Who am I thinking of? We've got Whitney. Good morning, Whitney. We've got Veronice. Good morning, Veronice. We've got... Well, who here's got a question for the cards? I'll do that. Ooh, Haley's got a good one. Look, just re-ask your questions. I'm tired of scrolling backwards in the past. Haley, what do I need to hear? Good morning, Haley. Welcome to Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones, and I'm answering your questions with my cards for free. That's right. Put your wallets away. Put your wallets away, Haley. What do you need to hear? I'm about to tell you. I'm about to tell you what you need to hear, Haley. Deck says you need to hear something about emotional stability. You need to open yourself up to some inspirational moment in the realm of emotion, perhaps, that will allow you to gain that fourth leg of the table and grow upward from there. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Haley, that's what the cards seem to want you to... Oh, and then another 4 on the bottom of the deck, Haley. All about Emperor. All about, like, making the beautiful four-cornered box that you can fill with your dreams and desires. This says something about that in the realm of passion and the soul. And this says it about the heart. Heart and soul. Who says I cut out? I hope I didn't cut out. Let's see here. My name is Open Phones. I'm throwing cards to your question for free. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom. And Whitney, you're welcome, Haley. Whitney asks, is my relationship with Carlos a divine connection? Oh, I hope so, Whitney. Everybody say hello to Whitney. Good morning, Whitney. 60,000 hearts. Thank you guys, friends. Good morning, Whitney. Is my relationship with Carlos a divine connection? Should I stick with it? Let's find out. Let's find out, Whitney. Whitney plus Carlos equals, according to this deck. Well, this doesn't... You know what, Whitney? I'm going to give you the Andromeda's breadbasket. Like, this is the 4-card relationship spread that I'd sometimes deploy up here on Tarot Morning Wisdom. It's proprietary, so don't bleep and steal it. Card number 1 is you. There you are, Whitney. Passionate. Directional. You know what you want, and you're going to go out and get it. Carlos. Grounded. Calm. Majestic. Okay. Nice little balance. What's the energy between the two of you? Strength. Passion. Like a deep, peaceful strength. Like a sea of glass. That kind of strength. The lion has been tamed, Whitney. And the material result, interestingly, puts you from a 7 to a 9 in the realm of passion. Now, I wonder, this is a plot card, essentially, Whitney. It suggests something around, yes, I think you should stick with it. How about that? Because the 8 is turning into a 9 in the realm of the wands. And that's not a bad thing. It just suggests that there might be some work attached to that for you, some growth, some understanding of your own power in the realm of passion. Or either that or you're being challenged to really drive the realm of passion inside of that relationship with Carlos. But that strength card is utterly promising. You're both healing trauma and love each other so much. Well, then keep doing it. I don't see anything inside those cards that say anything other than positive things, generally. But you've got a 7 and a 9. I mean, like, it seems like you've got a bit of work to do. Which is not a negative thing to say. It's like we all have a bit of work to do. It's like the cards are here to remind us. You know what I mean? AZ Lena, AZ Vote 5, thank you for joining the fan club by clicking that button up there. I really do appreciate it. Chronically Raven is here. Good morning, Chronically Raven. What do I need to hear? Asked Chronically Raven. You're welcome, Whitney. Please let us know how it's going. Oh, Rue, I'm sorry that you've got something coming up. Let me do Raven. What do I need to hear? Raven, what do I need to hear? Let's find out, Chronically Raven. You need to hear something about the necessity to stabilize your material condition. Okay, Chronically Raven? You need to put the 4 legs of the table underneath you and make sure that you are on sturdy ground as it regards your health, as it regards your monetary situation. You need to make bleeping sure that your world is not rocking and rolling right now. Does that hit? Moving fast. I want to get to a bunch of different questions. Khadija! Oops, what the bleep? Wrong. Khadija, am I being guided to trust my intuition and Am I being guided to trust my intuition and pay closer attention to my dreams? Ooh, Khadija. Let's find out what the cards have to say about that. Good morning, Khadija. Everybody say good morning to Khadija. Good morning, Khadija. Am I being guided to trust my intuition and pay closer attention to my dreams? Let's find out what the cards have to say. Khadija, you're being guided towards a total transformation. You're being guided towards the marvelous catastrophe. You're being guided towards, well, if this card has fallen, you're being guided to face what's going on. Face it! And to ultimately welcome it. This is a form of birth. All births require a bit of suffering, do they not? All births are traumatic on some level. Do not run away from that. Plunge into it joyfully, understanding that the star card is the energy that's being revealed when this building falls. And this building, trust me, must fall. Does that hit, Khadija? I hope it does. Living the dream. Will I get a teaching job soon? Asked Living the Dream. I don't know, Living the Dream. Let's find out what the cards have to say about how you might be able to put your thumb on that scale and influence this moment to increase your odds of getting a teaching job, Queen. Ready, steady. This feels like a yes. This feels like a yes. I just lost my soul cat. It was viciously attacked by Doug. Oh, honey, I am so bleeping sorry to hear that. Khadija just lost their soul cat, which was viciously attacked by dogs. I am so sorry to hear that. Jesus, that's a nightmare. That's a tower. I just hope that you... my heart's with you, Queen. I just, come back and let us know how it's going. Don't be a stranger. How about that? Now, where was I? Oh, that is just hellish. What a nightmare. Now, living the dream, this is a positive card. This is a suggestion of somebody on a new emotional adventure. Is that you? Is that you with your new teaching job? I hope so. I certainly hope so. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom, friends. My name is Open Phones, and I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. Sidra, when will Saif stop... Well, Sidra, when will Saif stop treating me like S-hit, please? Oh my god. Sidra, what are you doing? Sidra. Everybody say hello to Sidra, please. Sidra, hi. Why are you tolerating Saif treating you like garbage? Why? Sidra, I want to know. Do not tolerate Saif treating you like garbage. I don't want to hear that. I don't care what his bleeping issues are. Oh, are those your issues? All right. Here's your recommendation, Sidra. First of all, I'm going to start this card off at its loudest caliber and say, this is a God card, Sidra. This is like literally divinity or the universe or whatever you want to call the big force, the big invisible force in the sky. Here it is. Connect to it. Understand its power. Understand that it's coming to talk to you. And then let it shine through you into your world unimpeachably. Be in a constant form of celebration of this power inside of yourself. And bleep anybody that's going to not see this inside of you. If somebody doesn't see this inside of you, then they are not for you. Period. You do not tolerate being treated like garbage. Trinity, how's my sophomore year going to go? Trinity, congratulations on being in college. Or high school, I guess. Trinity, are you ready to find out what the cards have to say? Yes, I am your... Yes! That's what I'm saying. I want to be your non-licensed therapist. Please consider booking a one-on-one reading, and we can go straight towards that. I'm not the therapist, though. It's the cards that are doing all the work. Don't think for a minute that I'm not humble in front of these cards. I can yap all the live long day, but I'm telling you right now, the cards are the thing doing all of this beautiful work for all of us. It ain't me. All right, Trinity, how's my sophomore year gonna go, you ask? Let's find out what the cards have to say. It's going to go bleeping great. How about that? You're going to be a king of pentacles, Trinity. You're going to be a king of the material world. You're going to be a grounded king. You're going to be a just king. You're going to be a positive king, and you're going to be an active king. I'm not going to... And the queen is on the bottom of the deck. Both ends of the royalty spectrum are there. Get in there, Trinity. Make us all proud. Make us all proud. Cammy, you've been patient. Is he playing me? That's such a simple question. I'm going to answer it right now. Hi, Cammy. Everybody say hi to Cammy. Good morning, Cammy. Welcome to Tarot Morning Wisdom, where I throw cards at your questions for free. Good morning, Cammy. Is he playing me? That's Cammy's question. Is he playing me? I'm tempted to answer this Nine of Wands with the idea of protecting yourself. Protect yourself a little bit. If you notice what Pamela's doing in that artwork, Pamela's showing you somebody who's protecting themselves. Somebody who's in the realm of passion and fire, who's just raising up their shield for a moment to make sure that they don't get too jarred or beaten around, because experience dictates that can happen. I hope that that's of use to you. And please let us know how it goes. I'm dying to, I mean, I sense plot behind that. Now, Rue, get in here, Rue. Rue, what's going on? Everybody say hello to Rue. Good morning, Rue. Rue is asking, will my procedure go well on Monday? Now, Rue, do you really wish to hand your fate to a stranger on the internet holding a deck of esoteric cards so that they can play Russian roulette with your mental well-being right now and potentially answer that question, Rue, with a negative answer? No, that's not what we do here, Rue. Rue, I will not shy away from medical questions. I will not shy away from pregnancy questions. I will not shy away from any bleeping question. But I will certainly not engage these cards in a way that could ever, in a million years, damage your chances of a successful medical procedure. Jesus Christ. Rue, what kind of a monster do you think I am? I'm going to hold this moment in my arms with this deck, Rue, and I'm going to reach into this moment. I'm going to see what the cards have to say to you about how best, the cards do not wish to be shuffled, about how best you can strengthen yourself to go into this procedure on Monday as powerful as possible so that it can go well. Okay? Ready? Set? Yeah. Find a way to be in deep connection to the fact that it's the year of the fire horse with a Knight of Wands here in our face. Okay, first of all, like if I step away from all of that and just say, will my procedure go well? Yes, it will. There, I did it. There, I did it. Do you feel better now? Yes. The Knight of Wands commands it. It will go well. But ultimately, can you do a deeper reading on that, please, after you do more people? What are you asking? Basically, like the idea here is being in a deep and meaningful, passionate, soulful pursuit of that which you desire. So ultimately, can you find a way to stay active in the realm of passion and soul? That'd be the recommendation behind that card. But ultimately, and the Sword of Truth is right there on the bottom of the deck, I would just say, you've got nothing but positivity around this. Take it. Be active, though. Do not, I beg you. Who's asking for a deeper reading? I can't quite tell. Cammy. Oh, Cammy, you're asking for a deeper reading? Cammy, guess what? If you'd like a deeper reading, Cammy, can I invite you to my links where you can look into the idea of booking a private session with me, one-on-one, where we can go 13 cards deep on whatever it is you'd like to explore? I welcome the opportunity to commune with you one-on-one, Cammy. I want to look you in the eye and let you ask the questions that you have on your mind and then answer them with my cards. Please consider it. Let's see here. Rue says, thank you. Maybe I should have asked for the energy around it. Either way, what do you mean? Fire, look, trust that you're good, Rue. Rue. We wish you all the luck in the world. Hi, Bear. How are you doing, Bear? Good morning, Bear. We wish you all the luck in the world, Rue. Will you please, thank you, Bear. Will you please come back and let us know how the procedure goes on Monday after it's done, after it's been successfully completed. Good morning, Pink. Good morning, Shima. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom, friends. My name is Open Phones, and I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. Let's see here. I'm sorry, nothing from Billy Leanne. When will things be good for me in every respect? Well, aim high, Seema. When will things be good for me in every respect? When? I love the when on that, Chima. I'm going to do it. Come here, Seema. When will things be good for me? In every respect. All right, Queen. Aim high. Should I go cut up a calendar real quick and shuffle the days so I can give you an accurate prediction, Seema? Let's find out. That'd be actually funny to try. All right, Seema, here it comes. Seema wants to know when, specifically when, everything, literally their entire world will become perfect. Boy, howdy, it would be funny as bleep if the death card came up right now. All right, Seema. Seema, in a weird way, I want to say, isn't your world already entirely perfect if you have a divine connection that lives inside of your chest, maybe just above your stomach, and tells you the right thing to do, that is there to serve you and you alone, and that knows like the truth of your heart and is not afraid to pursue that truth at all costs, and like with a peaceful and yet firm and relentless understanding that is the only way forward that leads towards success. The time is now, Seema. Take the reins now. Don't forget that you're in control and that you possess deep, powerful strength. Kelly Card, how you doing, Queen? Palessa Tau, how you doing, Queen? You're welcome, Seema. Let us know how it goes. Let's see. Pink, will Camillo tell me that he's interested in me tomorrow? I don't know. We can't predict the behavior of any dude, Pink. But let me just like do a quick throw about whether or not you and Camillo have any energy around you that the deck wants to look at. I don't know. Will Camillo tell me that he's interested tomorrow? Yes. Probably. Pink, will you let us know how that goes? The Three of Cups is a depiction of joy being created. So if Camillo's interest would give you joy, trust. Thank you, Yafi82. Yafi82, how you doing? It's good to see your username. Let's see here. Caro, a.k.a. Carol. Is Peter going to answer the message I will send him tomorrow? Okay, more predictions. We're doing crystal ball bleep. Okay, Carol. It's crystal ball bleep. Peter and Carol. Is Peter going to answer the message that I will send him tomorrow? What's the message, Carol? Carol, what's the message you're going to send to Peter tomorrow? What's the message, Carol? Well, this feels like a positive too. It's the sort of truth falls for a second time. Carol, this is like, this is the yes. This is 100% a yes. I'm going to just say yes to you and just say, let us know how it goes. I'm going to get to Yafi. Here's one for you, Yafi says. How is summary judgment going to go with my lawsuit? I know you like the jutsu. Oh, Yafi82. How is summary judgment going to go? We're getting into the legalese, friends. Deep legalese. How is summary judgment going to go for Yafi82's case? Oh, Yafi82, I hope that you can, at some point, escape the courtroom that you seem to be trapped inside of, like a ghost in Ghostbusters. I know that, like, I've never, thank bleeping God, been sucked into too much of a legal world, but I have sympathy for those who have been. One time I had to go to the People's Court, you know, like whatever that they call that, small claims court, to support somebody else. That was weird. All right, here we go, Yafi82. You're asking about what's happening. Okay, I hate to be the one to tell you this, Yafi82. But you got the Five of Pentacles, and it's nothing that you don't already know. Yeah, the road is long and requires perseverance. Look, sometimes the deck is less than exciting. Sorry, when it comes to this court case, it's going to be a minute. But don't be disheartened. This is not a card of failure. This is a card that says that victory is on the horizon, just not quite yet. All right, Queen. Be brave, be strong. Brian, get over here. Brian, thank you for clicking the fan club button up there and making it so easy for me to see your question. Brian asks, was letting go of Tina and not saving her from her addiction the best for me? Brian, I'm so sorry. Can anybody here have any experience with this? Thank you, Callison. Like where somebody that you love falls into the pit, as they say, falls into the dirty aquarium, and you have to walk away. I, Brian, have had experience with that, and it's painful. It's painful experience. So you are asking, and Brian, I will say this also to you now as I reread your question. You couldn't save her from that bleep. Brian, are you Superman? Are you wearing a bleeping cape? No. It's entirely impossible for one person to save another person from their addiction. That is a an internal battle that must be won. You can be a support from the outside. You can materially support. You can emotionally support. You can soulfully support. But that's a demon that only one person gets to slay. And it's the person suffering from the demon, all right? That's the only thing that ever works. Tina needs to solve it, not you. You couldn't solve it if in 1,000 years, Brian, all right? So I'm just getting ahead of this and saying it probably was a good idea to get the bleep out of the road so that you weren't constantly on the hook for that nightmarish situation, that nightmarish fight. What does the card say? That's exactly right. Brian, will you trust yourself here? Brian, can you listen to the charioteer's advice and drive your destiny benevolently forward toward what you want, Brian, not towards what Tina needs. Tina needs Tina right now. You need to choose what you want and go towards it. So say it the cards, Brian. But know that you have my deepest sympathy in this and empathy, because Jesus Christ, I have been there. Lost a couple friends to devil addiction, and it is difficult because like the first thing you want to do is say, I should have done more to help them. I could have, if only I had done more to help them. Ugh. Know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Anyway, it's Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones, and I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. Palessa Tau, a.k.a. Sifikazi. Will I get a positive call from head office this week? Let's find out. Let's find out, Sifikazi, what the cards have to say. Sifikazi. Sifikazi, I don't know if you're going to get a positive call from head office this week. You know me at this point, Sifikazi. I'm not sitting up here predicting stuff. The cards want you to reach toward... good morning, Jane Nair. The cards want you to reach toward clarity in the realm of emotion. This is a card that, in its artwork, depicts emotional paralysis, Sifikaze. Are you the one being emotionally paralyzed in this moment? Are you the one being kept away from the steering wheel of your heart? Well, this card wants to point that up and say to you, you need perhaps to achieve some directionality in the realm of the heart. All right? All right? I know that that's perhaps disappointingly not predicting what head office is going to do, but I offer it to you regardless, and I hope that it does hit. TikToker, a.k.a. Boop 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 Riley. Good morning, Riley. Riley, I'm sorry that you're sad. Everybody say hello to Riley. Hi, Riley. Riley says, it's Riley back again. I'm so sad. Will he come back to me? Riley, you're in the right place. Everybody here who has felt bad or is currently feeling bad because their relationship turfed out and they long for what used to be, please form a circle around Riley, who is at the center of that right now. Will he come back to me is what Riley is asking. Look, Aurelia understands. Aurelia and Phil. Irene understands. Should I move on from George? Riley? Brokenheartedness is a common thread of human experience. Will he come back to me? I'm not going to predict that, obviously, because that's not to be predicted, Riley. What I'm going to open the cards up to is the idea of offering... Look, Aurelia's in literally the same situation. Will you guys please hook up outside the Tarot Morning Wisdom chat and form some kind of a support group for people who wish that the relationship would come back, but it isn't? We all need to lift ourselves out of these morasses, these quicksand pits of despair. Riley, will he come back? Is what Riley wants to know. I'm just like, dude. Riley, what you need to concentrate on right now is the material universe, okay? Riley, you need to put the matters of the heart to the side right now, if you can. Put the matters of the heart to the side. Think about your health. Think about your material condition. Scan it and make sure that you are exactly certain that you have gotten all that you need and want and deserve. Also, this is there's a way to interpret this, where that's you with the scales, and that's the needier parts of yourself receiving your generosity of self. Okay, it's generative in that way. Take care of yourself is a more compact way of saying it. Take care of yourself, Riley, please. In the realm of the heart, in the realm of in the realm of in the realm of materiality. Okay, balance some scales of your own. Stop looking outside of yourself. I look like Zeus, says Princess Sharon. Thank you. Did Zeus wear a short sleeve shirt? And bleeping and. It's Terra Morning Wisdom. One more time. You've got an open next to your name. Have I done a question for you one more time? If you've got an open next to your name, Omne, get over here. Omne was here right at the beginning. And then I lost Omne. But now I've got Omne back. Can I get a confirmation? A confirmation of what, Omne? Or just a simple confirmation? Is that what you're asking? Whoa, uncontainable little queen. I want to answer that. Omne, get ready for your confirmation. Jane Nair, thank you. General card for Omne. It's a general card for Omne. That's what we're doing. Get ready, Omne. Your Tarot Morning Wisdom card for this July 8th, 2026, good God Almighty, is 9 Pentacles. This is a call to strength, Omne. This is a call to acknowledge and organize your own power underneath your own feet. Build this foundation of power underneath yourself and then move forward from there. Basically pursue that which you desire. Understand that this takes massive amounts of power and strength, that you have earned that power and strength. You simply need to access it inside of yourself. Does that hit? Again, in the realm of the material. Don't let yourself get bogged down by insecurity right now, sweet Omne. Let's see here. Okay, we've got Ebru. Hi, Ebru. Will I get married? Ebru, I don't bleeping know. How will I get married? How about that, Ebru? And then I'm doing you, Jane. Oh, Jane. Will I get married? Ebru, certainly if you walk into the church with your potential spouse and stand in front of a priest and say a series of words together, you will get married, yes. What can you do to get married? Okay, that's the question, Ebru, not will I get married. I'm not going to play Russian roulette with your fate. No, Ebru, you'll never be married. Have fun being lonely. No! The cards have said yes to you. How about that? I will offer this in the form of comfort, and I will say that this is the family card, Ebru. You see grandma, you see the adult generation, you see the kids, you see the dogs. Yes, Ebru, the cards smile upon the idea of you being a part of a family. Please take that into your own heart and put it to work as a positive reinforcement that you have value and that you will get what you need and want for Pete's sake. Jane Nair, get in here. Will I close successfully my trade deals this month? Jane Nair, congratulations on having a bunch of trade deals in the works. Jesus Christ, what's it like to have money, Jane Nair? What's it like to be a business person, Jane Nair? I'm joining the freaking circus these days. This is gonna be my job, man. I'm gonna be a carny. I'm embracing my carny era. Jane Nair's closing successful trade deals. What the bleep? Maybe I'm doing it wrong, right, Jane Nair? Here we go, Jane Nair. Cards say, you ask, will I close successfully my trade deals this month? Cards say, this is an interesting one to fall, Jane Nair. Jane Nair, let's just put that question over here for a second and say, well, what does this card tell me? This card says something about absolute bleeping freedom, Jane Nair. How can you set yourself free, Jane Nair? Now, this is a card that can be interpreted as a celebration. Woohoo! Is what that fool is potentially saying. Will I close successfully my trade deals this month? Woohoo! I'm finally free. That's one way to read that card. I don't know. But it's also a card that speaks to limitlessness in every regard. It's a card that says all of the boundaries of your world can be transcended. I wish you all the luck in the world, Jane Eyre. Will you please let us know? And I hope the trade deals do the thing. Evelyn, get over here. Will Garrick come back to us? Oh, Evelyn, I'm sorry that Garrick left. Sweet Evelyn, how are you doing, Evelyn? Okay, hold up. Jem's asking a question that's, may I ask, how do I don't know, okay, hold on. You're not doing too great. I don't like to hear that. To whoever's asking how this works, ask the questions in the chat and I answer them. But I'm coming down to the last few minutes here because it's been 3 hours of doing this and I have a massive amount of adult bull bleep to do. Ugh, you know what I mean? Evelyn, will Garrick come back to us? I hope so, honey. If that's what it's, because it sounds like you were saying the word us, as though there was a family inside of this. Evelyn, here's what my deck has to say about you and Garrick. This is not an answer to your question. Because this is not a card of prognostication. This is a card that says to you right now, Evelyn, that you have a responsibility to yourself and to those around you to do every single thing that you can to clear these tortuous swords away. You cannot wake up in the middle of the night every night being miserable like this because of your own mind. Try to simplify. Try to bring it down to a single sword. Try to achieve a sense of peace inside of that effort and understand your own power while you do it, all right? Now, I see you reacting to this and saying, and I see the frown, and you may be right. That card may be a negative answer to your question about whether that dude's coming back. Perhaps, but the thing of it is, you still need to survive and thrive. That's not an option. Not surviving and not thriving is not an option. Is that clear? Uncontainable little queen, will you please get over here? I just got to throw a card at that question. Is Lewis married? Whoa. Uncontrollable little queen, tell me more about this Lewis. Is Lewis married? We are in a long-distance relationship. Must be a very long distance if you can't say for sure whether Lewis is ... married. Let's just find out whether there's treachery anywhere near this, okay? Uncontainable little queen. Let's just find out if there's treachery. Is there treachery? Drum roll, please. Boy, howdy. Oh, man, this... Okay, look. Okay, why did I pause? Uncontrollable little queen, this card could truly be answering the question in two different directions. Is Lewis married? Yes! Oh, no, I'm not going to do the second. Look, Lewis, I don't know if Lewis is married, but this is the answer that dropped on that question. Go find out. Go find out. Do not wait around. Get to the bleeping bottom of it right now. Because this card is literally showing marriage. Ugh. Nutch! How you doing, Nutch? Will I see Walker later today? Let's see, Nutch. It is a happy family. It's also an emotional conclusion. Look, Queen, I don't know. Just, get to the bottom of it. Don't sit around wondering. Get to the bleeping bottom of it. Right, Nutch? Will I see Walker later today? Asks Nutch. Phones says... I don't know. Maybe you'll see him at work. It says something about being in the realm of making things real. Making things real. In the real world. Not in the world of imagination. Not in the world of the mind. In the real world. Doing stuff. I hope that is helpful on your way into your day. Let us know how it goes. All right, it's 2 minutes until it's been 3 hours since I've done this bleeping thing. This thing being Tarot Morning Wisdom. I am so grateful to each and every one of you for coming by. I'm going to throw one more card for the collective. One more card for the collective. Okay? One more bleeping card. Are you ready? Are we ready for the card on the way out? This is going to be my Tarot Morning Wisdom card of the day, too. Be good to me. I swore again. Be good to me, deck. Mwah. We ready? Reset? That's right. It's time to do the bleeping work. It's Wednesday. It's Mercury Day. Mercury's in retrograde. We know all of this. Yet we must persevere. We must maintain directionality as it comes to making this thing that we need to have happen. Do not shy away from the reins. Ride that horse forward. Do not allow yourself to stall out in a moment of uncertainty, but push past it. Make the choice. Keep your eye on the bleeping road. All right, fine, I'll do it. Fine. Heard. Now you know that I'm going to take that shuffle and that card, and I'm going to spin out my own 13-card Solomon spread for myself after this broadcast is done. But for right now, with one more minute to go before we hit the magic 3-hour mark, I just want to say, be with me as I do that. I'm going to spend today materializing. And it's gonna, frankly, it might. When I say that, does my chest open up into a cathedral of joy? Not really. It actually feels like it feels like there's exhaustion and emotional exhaustion, and just like, oh Christ, again, every day I got to keep on cranking on this. Yes. You are in charge. You must is what that message tends to be about. What's on the bottom of the deck? Yeah. Celebration of spirit. All right. Enough speechifying from me. Thank you, Ice Cream Cookie. I appreciate that. I am utterly grateful to each and every one of you who spends their time up here. Burley, I'll get to your question on Friday. I'm going to be back on Friday morning. You know that's true. If you want to get in touch with me in between now and then, Lisa Stubbs, hi, how are you doing? Good morning. You know how to do it. Just hit me in the DMs. If you want to book a private reading, you know how to do that too. I have to go. Have a beautiful Wednesday. I'm with you in every way, shape, and form that I can be. I will see you on Friday, if not before. Bye. Bye.